Okay, here we go. I think should be all good for this one. We'll have Canada USA as the matchup here for the World Baseball Classic. Let me make sure we are up and running. Anything like last week, probably won't see the game actually start until say like 8:05, 8:10. Gonna test the chat out here. All right, looks like we're all good. So yeah, it should be interesting. Like last week, because my TV broadcast that I watch the games on, it has a bit of a delay. Thank you, Xfinity Wi-Fi. Gonna be just having the box score up for the visual aid. I would have liked to have done the game cast, but that is further ahead. So you get the box score, you get some stats. Not sure how. See, is there a way I can do dark mode on this? Don't think there. Let me do. See if I can get dark mode, because I just prefer dark mode. There are basically no settings here. Okay. I'll look it up while I have time. Or in the meantime on my phone. Yeah, so we'll have USA, Canada. Bit of drama involving Team USA in this past week, given that they lost to Team Italy, and almost knocked them out. Had Mexico beaten Team Italy, but in the end, that did not happen. Italy's won. They've actually currently still undefeated, and so yeah, it should be interesting. I think we're in the quarterfinals now, so I think for pool play in terms of like I know Brazil and Great Britain and actually I think Mexico's out. I think it's just Italy and USA advanced, and then Canada and I don't remember who else on that pool advanced. I will check in just a moment. Let's see. Don't know if I can do dark mode on here, but it is what it is. And yeah, so let me do the standings real quick. Or I guess kind of where everyone's at. I think it's Korea and the Dominican Republic are playing at the moment, and the Republic or the DR is demolishing Korea at the moment. They're up 7-0 through 4 innings. That Dominican Republic team is kind of going nuts right now. And I'm assuming it's kind of brackets now. I'm assuming it's single elimination. I want to say it's single elimination at this point. Yeah, it's next Tuesday is the final. Okay, yeah. I'll probably stream that one as well, whoever winds up there. Yeah, USA, Canada, Korea, Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic looks like they're going to win there. Tomorrow is going to be Puerto Rico versus Italy, and then Venezuela versus Japan as the other one. And so yeah, my guess is the winner of the Puerto Rico versus Italy matchup will face the winner of this matchup, and then the Venezuela Japan matchup is going to face the Dominican Republic, barring a monumental collapse on their part. But we'll see. We shall see what happens. For now, though, we got neighbors matchup in a sense. The North American, good old North American duel. Oop, bump my desk. Team USA struggled a little bit here and there. Their offense, I feel like, hasn't been quite as good as I think some people would like. But yeah, they're still 3-1. Just need to be a bit better, be a bit be a bit crisper. Hopefully the manager Mark DeRosa can figure out what he's doing, because he's been oh boy, there's some rough comments that he made on the fact that he has no idea what he's doing in terms of how to manage a baseball team and how this whole tournament format works. All right, let's see if I can pull up the rosters on my phone. So I need to figure out Team Canada's roster. I think Logan Webb, Michael Soroka are listed. Logan Webb had started last week's matchup against Brazil and absolutely dominated, though I think the Canadian lineup is going to be a lot tougher than the Brazilian lineup. The Brazil actually put up a pretty decent fight, not gonna lie. They, like, all things considered, it was pretty good. That was like, it was what, 15-5 was the final, but there's a point there in the middle where it was actually kind of interesting. There we go. Nolan Arenado's on team. Yeah, this has to be. Oh, this is 20. Nolan Arenado's on the Puerto Rican team. I did not realize that. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, he was on Panama. That's. Yeah, so we're currently on commercial still on the broadcast. We will. Well, I have no control over when the actual game starts. Hopefully, it will start pretty soon. But we shall see. I think it's like I think it was around 8:13 is when first pitch started last week, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it should be interesting. Michael Soroka currently on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Was most recently with the Chicago Cubs last year. Has signed since with the Diamondbacks. Was actually on the Nationals, then got traded to the Cubs at the trade deadline. Was on the White Sox in 2024, and then was on the Braves from 2018 to 2023. I think he had dealt with some injuries that took him out of 2021 and 2022. So, unfortunately, he missed the World Series for the Braves, but still is I think he's a pretty solid pitcher. Got the Naylor brothers, Bo and Josh Naylor. Josh over there on the Seattle Mariners. Where is Bo Naylor, actually? He's on the Guardians, actually. He's always been on the Guardians. Is Josh? He was on the Diamondbacks. Yeah, he was also in Cleveland, yeah. So it should be interesting. I know Gunnar Henderson is not in the lineup once more. We got Bregman and Terang, I think. I think compared to last week's lineup, which is like the starting lineup, it's only Peaker Armstrong over Byron Buxton is the only change right now. So yeah, it should be interesting. All right, getting out of commercial. Now they're doing the promo package. they're showing the USA Canada hockey game from last month in the Olympics, or the Winter Olympics, and the women's hockey as well. So definitely a bit of a rivalry here that's brewing over the past, little bit. So let me actually see if I can find. Actually, I think it says, might actually say it right on the website. So yeah, Bobby Witt, he's leading off. Pretty similar lineup. Hopefully, Cal Raleigh can actually hit a ball, because he has not done that yet. Really, all this, really all of this tournament so far, which is a little frustrating, but we'll see. And he'll get around to one of them eventually. It's cool. Actually, has a career versus Logan Webb. Just does not show it though. Okay, maybe it'll kick in once the game gets in. Now we got Tyler O'Neill currently on the Baltimore Orioles. Couple Orioles, I think. Like either the majors or the minors on Team Canada. It's if I have it here. One of their relief pitchers, Micah Ashman, is a minor leaguer for the Orioles. And then I think they have 3. Who's the third? I could have sworn they had 3. Maybe it only is 2. Might only be 2. Never mind. Yeah, can't lose to Canada. Not at all. Definitely not Sawyer. Yeah, we are there. I think Ken Rosenthal was just reporting he's got his like 50 billion bow ties in his collection right now. But a very, very obvious big matchup here in the quarterfinals. Mark DeRosa, former Team USA player in the World Baseball Classic back in 2009. I was actually just saw a clip of that on Twitter of like showing the Team USA lineup from that year, and had like I think Derek Jeter is on it as well. And so, he's obviously got World Baseball Classic experience, but that's as a player, maybe not as a manager. But, hopefully the lineup this time around, hopefully Bryce Harper and Kyle Raleigh can wake up their bats. Alex Bregman as well. He's been a bit silent. All right. Gamecast is on. I'm going to switch over to the box score just so it doesn't spoil too much what's going on. You also get a bit of a better look at, the stats and stuff. Well, you get my play-by-play call. Michael Soroka will start on the mound. USA looks to be the away team in this matchup, so they will be leading off to bat right here, starting with Bobby Witt Jr., the All-Star Kansas City Royal. He will take strike 1. Probably was ball, just a bit high on the zone, but called a strike. Witt's hitting .357 in the World Baseball Classic so far. 0-1 count here from Michael Soroka as we get underway. Pitch number 2 is pretty similar location, though more on the outside, though this time it's called a ball, so 1-1. Another kind of, it looked more like a 2-seam fastball than maybe a 4-seamer. I don't know exactly what pitches Soroka throws. Third pitch here is another fastball. Called strike, was kind of on the outside of the zone. Not sure if it was call on the swing or on the location. Either way, it's a strike, so 1-2 here. That was more of a breaking ball. It had like sideways movement. Don't know if it was like a sweeper, but it wasn't like a ton. It was like spinning sideways though. Fourth pitch here, Witt will foul that one off just at the top of the zone, so it stays at 1-2. Bryce Harper looming on deck. Get a umpire cam here for the next pitch. It will be way outside for ball 2. Witt holds off. Soroka, okay, he's just throwing the extra baseball away. 2-2 here on Bobby Witt to start off the quarterfinal game in the World Baseball Classic. This should be an elimination game. Next pitch is fouled off by Witt again. Another kind of fastball-y, I think, type of pitch. It's like just not a lot of movement from what I saw. I don't know exactly what. Let's see if I go to Soroka's profile on Wikipedia. Does it say what type of pitches he throws? Maybe not. All right, next pitch, another foul ball by Witt. So still 2-2. Let's see. Can I go? I'm going to try and navigate on my phone to try and find Soroka's pitch arsenal. All right, pitch here is outside for ball 3. So the count is 3-2 through 8 pitches already from Michael Soroka. All right, let's see if Baseball Reference. No, that's probably not what I want. Stat Muse, maybe? I don't know. All right, next pitch is ball outside. So walk there, lead off for Bobby Witt Jr. After 9 pitches, multiple foul balls. No, that's not the website I want. Where's Baseball Savant? That's the website that I want. All right. He's got four-seamer, slurve, changeup, sinker. So I think he's been throwing a lot of sinkers so far from the looks of things. They're unfortunately not telling me what type of pitch it is on the broadcast, but I will do my best to try and give you what I can. Harper will swing through the first pitch on a fastball up high, 0-1. Harper hitting only 200 so far, not having exactly the greatest World Baseball Classic start, but he could certainly make a splash right here on the second at-bat of the game. He will foul one off here on look to be a changeup in the zone, so he's now falling into an 0-2 hole. I think Ken Griffey Jr. has been a photographer, like being a photographer for Team USA, and they've been showing him in the dugout a lot over the past games. Been having some good photos as well, not gonna lie. All right, pitch number 3 here. Harper will knock that one over straight into center field. Will that get out on the warning track? It will not. Caught there in center field. Who is center field for Team Canada? By Clark there. So Harper got under it, gave it a good bit, but hit it to the deepest part of the park in Houston. Denzel Clark makes the catch for Team Canada. First out, Bobby Witt does not advance. Denzel Clark currently on the Sacramento Athletics. I know they're just called the Athletics, but they're based in Sacramento. So Harper gave it some muscle, just wasn't quite enough. Michael Soroka is certainly happy about that. So after a long walk for Bobby Witt Jr., a quick out on Bryce Harper, and now it is the captain, Aaron Judge, who is hitting .250 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 0-1 count on to start off. There was a ball thrown on the outside, ball 2 there on a fastball outside as well. 14 pitches for Michael Soroka. Not super surprising that you want to stay away from Aaron Judge. It's probably the the guy you definitely want to stay away from. He's already had a first inning home run in the game against Brazil. He will smack this ball through the left-hand side over all the way into left field corner. That will bobble a little bit. Bobby Witt is all the way over to third. Aaron Judge into second for a first inning double for Aaron Judge. Still 0-0, but men on second and third, only 1 out. Team USA cooking early so far. Aaron Judge delivers there. And that will bring up none other than Kyle Schwarber. He already has a massive home run so far in this series. And Aaron Judge just smacked that ball, not necessarily right over the third baseman's head, but it was close to the third baseman, but he had no chance. Really high power there. Good work. Schwarber will smack first ball right over to the right field, right-hand side, bobbled by the first baseman, kind of gets picked up by the second baseman. So Schwarber's out at first, but it is an RBI fielder's choice. Bobby Witt will get home, score the first run for Team USA, and Aaron Judge will advance to third. So first pitch swing for Kyle Schwarber nets a run. Yep. A good start indeed, Ricky. Definitely a good start. So already 1-0 for Team USA. Some of the big bats are showing up with Aaron Judge and Kyle Schwarber. Now we get Alex Bregman, who will swing at the first pitch and foul it back on what will look to be, might have been a sinker right down the middle. Might have been a changeup as well, actually. Had a little bit of movement, not a ton. So 0-1 here for Alex Bregman. He will pop this next one high up over into shallow right. Second baseman is rolling back, and he will make the catch. So Julian puts out Alex Bregman, and that will end the inning. But the U.S. does strike first off of a walk, and then a double, and then an RBI. Fielder's choice by Kyle Schwarber to score. Bobby Witt Jr. Certainly credit Aaron Judge as well for getting Bobby Witt over to third base. It's a productive first inning there for Team United States of America. We'll see Logan Webb here to start out the bottom of the first in probably like a minute or two after the commercials wrap up. So it's an NFC, or not NFC. I have football in my mind right now, but NL West pitching matchup between Soroka and Logan Webb. Soroka, the Arizona Diamondback, Logan Webb, the San Francisco Giant. But speaking of the NFL, just so because I can talk about that while I'm here. News today, at least, I think like earlier today, was that Kyler Murray signing with the Minnesota Vikings. Actually, might have been actually last night. I don't remember exactly, but recently, I'll just say that Kyler Murray signing with the Vikings. Not super surprising. I think that was kind of predicted by a lot of people, just given the Cardinals were releasing him, which was not a surprise. And Vikings, who are, they had McCarthy, but McCarthy definitely did not perform well in 2025. So they need someone else, and Kevin O'Connell certainly shown that he can develop quarterbacks here and there, and so hopefully Kyler Murray, who's certainly shown flashes, can honestly even more than flashes. He's been good sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. But yeah. Well, I like that signing for the Vikings. As a Commanders fan, they just signed Van Jefferson and De'Ami Brown for wide receiver depth. I think everyone's kind of expecting Brandon Ayuk to go to the Commanders whenever he gets released by the 49ers. Don't know when that's going to happen, but I think that's the idea. Might see Juwan Jennings also to the Commanders. Who knows? It should be. Yep. All right. Back out of commercial break. Now Otto Lopez, Josh Naylor, Tyler O'Neill, Owen Cassie, Abraham Toro, Tyler Black, Bo Naylor, Denzel Clark, and Eduardo Julian are the lineup for Team Canada. Logan Webb's first pitch is a strike inside, or on the outside, actually, kind of curled back in. So 0-1 there to Otto Lopez. Pitch number 2 is inside, kind of runs in there, I think, on a sinker. Throws sinker, sweeper, changeup, cutter, four seam as his pitches, according to the broadcast. I think that was a sinker that just kind of got in a little bit more than he would have liked. 1-1 here to Lopez. Next one, Lopez grounds it over third, chops it over the head of Bregman. No chance there, no chance for Witt either. So leadoff single there for Otto Lopez for Team Canada on the third pitch of the bottom of the first. Just kind of took, I think, another sinker that ran right back in the middle, chopped it over the third base side. Was perfect chop to just get over Bregman. He had no chance. Bobby Witt tried to make a play at it as well. Also no chance. Now we get, I believe, Josh Naylor. Naylor will take strike one on pitch right down the middle. I think it might have been another sinker, maybe. I think. I don't know. I'm not the best at spotting pitches. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay, 0-1 here to Josh Naylor, current Seattle Mariner. He will foul the next pitch off on look being more just like a straight fastball. So quick 0-2 hole for Mr. Naylor. 1-2 Naylors on the team. Doesn't look like Bo Naylor is in the starting lineup, but he is on the roster. So 0-2, Naylor hitting 250 right now. He will take ball one, pitch just low. All right, baseball savant. Can you tell me what Logan Webb does? How his pitches look? Please help me, baseball savant. All right, 1-2 here for Josh Naylor. He will ground the next pitch foul. So remains 1-2 here. 7 pitches deep. Man on first, which is Otto Lopez, who had a single. 1-0 Team USA over Team Canada, bottom of the first. Just kind of doing what I've learned when I'm doing play-by-play stuff for like audio broadcasts of just kind of restating, even if you can see it, restating what you can, just to keep everyone updated in a sense. All right, so 1-2 here on Josh Naylor. He will pop this next one over into left field. Well, it's going to look foul, and Bregman over the shoulder catch. Nice work there from Alex Bregman. Might have actually landed fair. It was very close. Either way, really good catch from Alex Bregman to make the first out of the bottom of the first. Otto Lopez does not advance. So one down here, bottom one. Good tracking there from Bregman, and kind of makes, I think it would have been in foul territory. Just makes a nice kind of one-handed, behind the back, over the shoulder type catch. Well done there from Alex Bregman. So now it is Tyler O'Neill, current Baltimore Oriole, who takes a pitch high and inside for ball one. O'Neill struggled a ton with injuries last year, but has slimmed down a little bit and has certainly been looking better in spring training, though he's only hitting 143 in the WBC. Takes ball two there on the outside. Did draw a big critical walk for Team Canada in one of their big wins recently. Has 2 RBIs as well. See, as an Orioles fan, I like to see Tyler O'Neill hit, but in this case, I hope he doesn't. This is the one time I'm going to be rooting against Tyler O'Neill this year. So 2-0 here for O'Neill. He will ground the first third pitch over past the diving attempt by Bobby Witt. So another single there through the left side, this time by Tyler O'Neill. So Canada has men on first and second. Not a very hard hit ball, but hit in the right place. Just gets right by Witt. Almost had it, but just didn't quite have the length, essentially. Give his arm about like one more foot, and it would have he would have gotten it. But even then, it would have been a tough play. So 2 singles here in the bottom of the first for Team Canada. Owen Casey will ground the first pitch foul over to his first base coach. Hitting currently 500 in the World Baseball Classic, 7 for 14 with a home run and 5 RBIs. So pretty good there. Current Miami Marlin is Owen Casey. He will look at the next pitch high in the zone for strike 2. Nice one there. I think that might have been a cutter. So Casey was on the Chicago Cubs last year for his rookie season. He was traded to the Miami Marlins in this offseason. He will look at ball one down in the dirt by his feet. Casey's also a lefty hitter. I believe Logan Webb is, I think he's a righty pitcher, actually. Yeah, he's a righty pitcher. So 1 and 2 here on Owen Casey. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the first. 1-0 Team USA. Pitch here from Logan Webb will be swung on and missed. Strike 3 on Owen Casey. First strikeout of the game for either team, actually. And that one will go to none other than Logan Webb. And for those who are currently watching at the moment and might not understand why I just have the box score up, my broadcast is that I'm using to watch on TV is a bit behind. Thank you, Xfinity Wi-Fi. So I'm putting the box score up because it is the least likely to spoil me on what happens. So yeah, that's why. Abraham Toro will see the first pitch change up and ground that one foul. Frox actually showed me what type of pitch it was, which was nice. Toro hitting 467 in the World Baseball Classic has a home run. So some pretty successful bats for Team Canada at the moment. Let's see where Toro will foul the next changeup off. So basically same pitch or same exact result as the first pitch. Toro currently on the Kansas City Royals. Was on the Boston Red Sox last year, the Oakland Athletics in 2024, Brewers 2023, Mariners 2021, 2022, and Astros 2019 to 2021. So a well-traveled player here, veteran of the game, will take his time briefly. 0-2 for Abraham Toro. He will get caught looking, strike 3 on look to be either a changeup or a sinker that just ran right back into the zone. Great pitch by Logan Webb to get the strikeout. 2 strikeouts in a row, ends the inning. Strands 2 on base, so 2 singles, nothing more. Team USA remains in the lead, 1-0 after 1. It's a nice pitch there from Logan Webb, picking up pretty much right where we left off last week. So we'll get to more Michael Soroka. He will be going up against Roman Anthony in the top of the second. Anthony, who also had a pretty big home run. Actually, I think it was in that whatchamacallits, the loss against Team Italy. He had a big home run there, if I remember correctly. But Anthony's the young superstar for the Boston Red Sox, playing in the outfield. Commercial break here. Let's see. Any news on NFL free agency or any news in general? What do we got? Anything? Hey, Washington's re-signing Chris Paul. That's awesome. Not Chris Paul III, not the basketball player, but the offensive guard Chris Paul, who was been really good rotational piece for them. So I'm very happy about that. Don't know exactly what they're doing for center, but I guess it's Nick Allegretti. I don't know. I'm a little confused there, but we'll see. That was not super recent. All right. But yeah, Chris Paul signing. Love that. Love that a ton. All right. So we are back here for the second inning. Well, the game's actually taking place in Dakin Park. Dakin Park, maybe? I don't know. I'm thinking Dakin, but I don't know for sure. I think it used to be Minute Maid Park, I want to say. It's where the Houston Astros play, essentially. So Michael Soroka out for another inning of work after giving up 1 run in the first. And he will be going up against Roman Anthony to start off. So Roman Anthony, Cal Raleigh, Bryce Terang are the 3. Anthony hitting .333 in this World Baseball Classic. He will look at ball 1 just outside on look to be a, what type of pitch would that have been? Might have been a slurve, actually. Pitch number 2 is grounded foul on a changeup. So 1-1 here for Roman Anthony. Soroka already up to 20 pitches in this game. Pitch number 3 is chopped over to the right field side. That is a fair ball caught by Josh Naylor over at first base, so he will put out Roman Anthony at first. I guess it's been right-hand side, not right field side, because it didn't get past the infield. But yeah, chopper over to right, fielded by Josh Naylor. So quick out there for Michael Soroka to start the second inning. Will be Cal Raleigh, coming off of the best season of his career and the best season ever by a catcher and the best season ever by a switch hitter in Major League history. Though currently 0 for 6. He will look at a cutter way up and inside for ball 1. The righty Soroka pitching to the switch hitting Raleigh, currently batting left. Raleigh will pop the next pitch on a cutter high up over in foul territory over in the third base side, caught by the catcher. Who is that? Bo Naylor. Oh, he is actually in the game. I didn't realize that. So caught by Bo Naylor for quick out number 2. So Raleigh still hitless in the World Baseball Classic so far. So I think just 5 pitches for Soroka so far to get 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, or top of the second, just the second inning. Bryce Terang now up, hitting .417 in the World Baseball Classic. Will look at a ball on a fastball way outside. The 1-0 here for Bryce Terang. Next pitch is another fastball that is also up and away for ball 2. That one was closer to the strike zone, but did not hit it. So 2-0 for Bryce Terang. Got a shot of Tyler O'Neill in the outfield. Pitch number 3 is the exact same. Fastball up and away for ball 3. So 3 straight fastballs nowhere near the zone, really. Makes it a 3-0 count for Bryce Terang. Does not have a homer yet, but does have 4 RBIs. See if he tries to swing at a 3-0 here, if he'll take all the way. He will take all the way. That sinker will barely clip the zone on the top right, but it will clip the zone nonetheless. So it is 3-1 now for Bryce Terang against Michael Soroka. He will foul the next pitch away on a fastball down and in that was in the zone. So from 3-0 to 3-2 now for Terang. Terang, the current Milwaukee Brewer, playing at second base, I believe. Next pitch is fouled away, sinker 96 over on the outside part of the zone. So still 3-2. So 29 pitches now for Soroka. This will be his 30th. Terang will foul that one off as well. So it's through an inning and 2/3, 30 pitches. We'll see at least 31 now. So if anything else, Team USA is working the pitch count pretty well. And they also do have the one run too, which is pretty nice. But no one on base currently at the moment in the top of the second. 2 quick outs and now a long at bat here for Bryce Terang. Terang will look at strike 3 right down the middle. Just took all the way. Probably was thinking it was a different pitch. Maybe he was thinking fastball. Was not a fastball. I think it was might have been a changeup. And gets him looking for strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down, top of the second for Michael Soroka. Gets him out of the inning with no damage whatsoever. Now get a nice trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu, which I am very excited to watch. Really looking forward to it. I also keep forgetting that Sigourney Weaver is going to be in that. I love that Sigourney Weaver is going to be in there. She's awesome. And Embo's also going to be in it too, which I'm like, I love that they're bringing back Embo. He's really cool. Yeah, it's coming out in basically 2 months. First Star Wars movie we've got since The Rise of Skywalker in 2019, which is kind of crazy. Hopefully it's better than The Rise of Skywalker because I'm not going to get into that debate at all. But yeah, I like the look of the Mandalorian and Grogu. I think it's going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be, earth-shatteringly good or anything like that, but I think it's going to be fun. So yeah, good old commercials at the moment. Try and find some filler. Let's see if I can find. I want to go. Where is my studio? YouTube, help me. There. Is that what I want? Is that the button that I want? I've lost my thing that shows me. I don't know. I'm still pretty new to streaming, so trying to navigate through everything on the YouTube side is it's a little tough. Okay. No, that's not what I want. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. I also don't know what that little purple crown is on the chat, but I like that it's there. I think it's cool. Thank you for Ricky LaFleur 000 for the. I don't know if that does anything, but it looks cool. All right, so Logan Webb back out for second inning of work. Will be facing Mr. Black, Tyler Black, I believe is his name. 0 for 6 so far in the WBC. Does have 1 RBI at least for him. Also took a first pitch strike, so he's 0-1 at the moment. Next pitch is a changeup down low for ball 1. Where'd my rosters go? There's my rosters. Okay. Tyler Black, currently on the Milwaukee Brewers, will hit this next pitch, foul over past his first base coach over on the right side. So 1-2 here for Tyler Black. That is not who I wanted to click. There we go. Yeah, Black, been on the Milwaukee Brewers. This will be his 3rd season going into 2026. From Ontario, Canada, Toronto, to be specific. So we went from one Milwaukee Brewer and Bryce Terang to another, and Tyler Black for back-to-back batters, basically, on both sides. 1 and 2 pitch for Black. He will look at a changeup low and away for ball 2. That's definitely one thing I like about the WBC is seeing guys who are normally on the same team play against each other. You know, you had the iconic Shohei versus Mike Trout in 2023. So I think that was the best part of it. 2 and 2 here for Black. He will look at strike 3 on a sweeper down low in the zone. Looked like he was thinking it was going to break more, but it did not. Gets called out on a well within the zone. No question about that whatsoever. Kind of checked his swing as well. I think he realized too late. So strikeout there for Logan Webb. 3rd strikeout of the game for Mr. Webb. Great pitch there. Just froze Tyler Black. Now Bo Naylor hitting .308 so far in the WBC. Brother of Josh Naylor, who has already hit once playing first base. So the first base catcher connection that was in Cleveland for a couple of years has reunited for Canada. He will look at a changeup away, so it's now 2-0. So 25 pitches now for Logan Webb. This will be his 26th on the 2-0 count to Bo Naylor. He will look at ball 3, probably should have been strike 1 on a sweeper that was kind of top right of the zone. Naylor lefty, Webb righty. So favorable count here for Naylor. We'll see if he swings or not. He will take all the way on a sinker in the zone, right in the middle for strike 1. So 3-1 count for Bo Naylor, the catcher for Team Canada. Next pitch is knocked over to left field over the head of Alex Bregman for a single. So 3rd single given up by Logan Webb so far in this game. All 3 of them have been over to the left field side. So next up is, what's his first name? Denzel Clark, the center fielder and Sacramento Athletic, hitting .231 in the WBC. Has man on first. 1 out so far, bottom of the 2nd. He will look at strike 1 on a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Made his debut in the MLB last year for the Athletics. Was a 4th round draft pick in 2021. Where was he high school or college? Let me look it up. He will take next pitch. Sinker just clipped the bottom of the zone. So 0-2 hole here for Denzel Clark from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He played for Cal State Northridge Matadors. Actually, don't know where Cal State is. Next pitch, Clark will ground this one over to short, over to second, over to first. Oh, Clark's actually safe over at first base, but fielder's choice there. So the Witt to Terrain connection gets Bo Naylor out at second base, though Clark's speed, kind of a slow chopper as well, he is able to beat out the throw over to first. So Clark will basically replace Naylor on the bag. And instead, it is now 2 outs instead of 1 out. And that will leave it to, where is he on the... Julian will smack this one right over to Bobby Witt on the first pitch for the 3rd out. I'm trying to find him on this roster list. There we go. Eduardo Julian, who had took 1 pitch and all of 1 pitch, smacked it right over to Bobby Witt, ending the inning. So 1 single given up by Logan Webb and nothing more. Still no runs for Team Canada. 1-0 once again for Team USA through 2 innings. So the current Colorado Rocky, Eduardo Julian. Don't know if it's Julian or Julian. I'm going to go with Julian. Former Minnesota Twin. Ended the inning right there on a 1-pitch line out to Bobby Witt Jr. So it was a bit of a gradual start to the inning, and then like really quick last couple outs. So, all right, we should see Pete Crow Armstrong to lead off for Team USA in the top of the 3rd. PCA, Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Harper for the next three, going up against Michael Soroka, who has 1 strikeout so far on, I believe it was Roman Anthony. Was it Roman Anthony? No, it was Bryce Turang. I can look at the box score and see. Yeah, it was Turang. Good old short-term memory not working. Fun times. Yeah, so let's see. Is that Dominican Republic Korea game over? Or is that still going? That is still 7-0, top of the 7th. Dominican Republic is leading that one right there. See anything else in terms of news? Nope. Nothing there. Okay, Chris Paul coming back to the Commanders. I'm very happy about. Need that O-line depth, and he is a very good O-line depth guy. It took a couple days, or it took like, a day maybe at best. Commanders honestly had one of the best off seasons so far in terms of free agency, at least. They have certainly been doing good. Getting a lot younger, getting a lot of guys everywhere. It's really, wide receiver is the only position that they haven't like really taken a big swing on. But I think everyone's expecting Brandon Ayuk to come over to the Commanders. Could also see Juwan Jennings. Don't know. First pitch from Soroka to PCA is ball 1. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Commanders got really good pieces for defensive end, which I'm happy about. PCA will swing through a fastball for strike 1. Yeah, I'm excited for what's to come for 2026 in the NFL. Obviously, the draft is going to be pretty fun. But that is next month. For now, though, pitch number 3 is a fastball up for ball 2 to PCA. The young star for the Chicago Cubs. Going up against Michael Soroka, the current Diamondback. PCA will ground this one over off of Bo Naylor's glove. Or no, Josh Naylor's glove. Bo Naylor's the catcher. Josh Naylor got a really sharp fastball over in his direction, just couldn't quite field it. No one was able to cover first base in time, so PCA gets an infield single to lead off the top of the 3rd. It was, don't know if Josh Naylor had the best angle in terms of where he's positioned, but looked like it rebounded off his glove a little bit. Look, Eduardo Julian was backing him up, so it wasn't too terrible, but in the end, Soroka wasn't able to get over to first base in time to cover. So single there for Pete Crow Armstrong. Bobby Witt Jr. is up now. He takes ball 1 up high. So Witt's currently the lone run scorer for this game. Walked to start off the game and eventually got all the way around on a double from Aaron Judge and then fielder's choice RBI from Kyle Schwarber. We'll look at ball 2 on a cutter outside. So 2-0 here for Bobby Witt. Had a long at-bat over in that first inning. Ended with that walk. Hitting .357 in the World Baseball Classic at the moment. He will look at ball 3 here from Soroka on a changeup down and away. So another favorable count here for Bobby Witt. Could see a second walk here for him. So far, the only person to have a walk in this game. He will take strike 1 on a fastball in the bottom left corner. So 3-1 count for Bobby Witt. Haven't seen a stolen base attempt yet, but I think it's still pretty early. Don't know how fast PCA is either. 3-1 count here for Bobby Witt. He will knock ball over to shortstop. Throw over to second is in time, but that will only get the 1 out. So PCA out at first, Bobby Witt safe at first, or PCA out at second. Bobby Witt will replace him at first base. So fielder's choice there on the ground out. Good catch there by Otto Lopez on the chopper. And makes a throw that almost carries the second baseman, Julian, off the bag. But in the end, it's all good. Armstrong pretty close, actually. Maybe about a literal foot off from getting there. But that, certainly out. No question that he was out. So yeah, fielder's choice there. Bryce Harper's now up. Bobby Witt on first. Wonder if he's going to try and steal. Harper will smack the first ball out of play on a fastball inside. So 0-1 count for Bryce Harper. Harper hitting only, 188 so far in the World Baseball Classic. So not a great start for Bryce Harper. It's like some of the big bats you feel like should be hitting well, just aren't quite hitting as well as they like. Harper on the 0-1 will swing through a fastball, 0-2. Harper flew out to deep center field in the first inning. Aaron Judge is looming on deck, so barring a double play, we will see Aaron Judge. In this inning, at least. Harper down 0-2 will wait. Soroka will actually throw back over to first base. Witt is safe over there. Soroka certainly took his time to deliver the pitch and instead chose to throw over. But no harm, no foul in the end. So still 0-2 to Bryce Harper. 42 pitches for Soroka so far. Next pitch is inside on slurve, maybe? I don't know. Breaking ball. I'll just go with breaking ball. Ball one also. That is what it is. So ball one for Bryce Harper. 1-2 is the count. Bobby Witt on first base. Next pitch is popped up high into the air into shallow center field. Otto Lopez is ranging. Oh, and he doesn't get it. He drops it, and it's going to actually basically get Bobby Witt out at first base. So he might have actually done that on purpose to get replace Bobby Witt with a much slower Bryce Harper. And the infield fly rule was not in effect because it was out in the outfield. Don't know if that was on purpose or not. Certainly could have been because Otto Lopez was certainly right under the ball, but he kind of just let it drop in the end. In the end, it's an out. It just replaces Bobby Witt Jr. with Bryce Harper at first base. So 2 outs here for Aaron Judge. Has a double in this game already. We'll look at strike one on a cutter on the outside of the zone. So bit of a little bit of something there for that fly out, but I understand if that was on purpose. I understand the logic behind it, essentially. Judge will look at ball one on breaking ball way outside. So I want to say it's a sweeper, but I don't think Soroka throws a sweeper. No, he does not. Might have been a changeup. I don't know. So 1-1 here for Aaron Judge. He will look at a fastball inside for ball two. I think it's fastball 95. So Soroka's certainly got some heat to him for the velocity. Though the fastball command has not been super spectacular. 2-1 for Judge. He will look at a breaking ball outside for ball number 3. So very favorable count here for Aaron Judge, who again already has a hit in this game. Could see another one here. After that would be Kyle Schwarber. Next pitch will be outside again on a cutter. So Judge will walk. First and second, Harper and Judge are the runners. Kyle Schwarber, who grounded out over to, I believe, second base in the first inning, but also RBI. Definitely looked like Otto Lopez dropped or let the pop out fly on or fall down essentially. The Bryce Harper pop fly definitely looked like he let it fall on purpose. And again, to get Bobby Witt out and replace him with Harper, and Bobby Witt is significantly faster than Bryce Harper. So that I think that's the logic behind that. Schwarber takes ball one outside, but has the lone RBI in this game so far. So 1 out count here for Kyle Schwarber. He will look at ball two on a sweeper inside. I guess Baseball Savant has it listed as a slurve, but I guess it's a sweeper, is what they're calling it on the broadcast. Breaking ball, essentially. So 2 out count here for Kyle Schwarber, current Philadelphia Philly, longtime Philly. Schwarber will look at strike one on a cutter in the zone. Don't know if he was just laying off the whole time or just didn't see it, but my guess he's probably just laying off. Soroka's thrown 52 pitches through 2 2/3. Only walked 2 so far. Schwarber will ground the ball over to the third base line. That will stay fair. Will Schwarber beat out the throw? He will. Throw actually carries first baseman Josh Naylor off the bag. Probably wouldn't have got there anyway, so an infield single for Kyle Schwarber loads the bases for Alex Bregman. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Could really use a hit here from Bregman to pop this game open. Basically a swinging bunt down the left foul line for Kyle Schwarber on that one. gets the job done. Not a very good throw over from third base by Abraham Toro. And I think we'll get a mound visit, or like a infield meeting more so. Maybe not a mound visit. Just to talk things over with Alex Bregman now up to bat. Bregman hitting just 125 so far in the World Baseball Classic. I think it was actually a full mound meeting, or like with the pitching coach. Bregman popped out in the first inning to end that first inning. We'll see if he has more fortune here with the bases loaded full of Team USA. 2 outs, top third, 1-0, bases loaded. First pitch is a ball up high on a fastball. 1-0 for Bregman. Current Chicago Cub, if I remember correctly. I think he was on the Red Sox last year. And long-time Houston Astro before that. Pitch number 2 is in there for strike 1 on a sweeper. Bends in there to hit the zone. So 1-1 for Alex Bregman. Pretty big moment here. Pitch number 3 to Bregman on a 1-1 count is a sinker that is just below the zone. Curled back in there, but didn't quite clip it. I'd be interested to see if the in the world of ABS challenges, if they decide to challenge that, because it's very close. The current Chicago Cub, Alex Bregman, is in a 2-1 count here. We'll look at strike 2 on a sinker in the zone. So basically the same exact pitch as strike 1. 2-2 count here. 57 pitches for Soroka. It's 58th to Bregman. Could really swing this game in one direction or another. Bregman will ground this one over to the third base side, caught by the third baseman, over to first. He will airmail the throw. That will get over him, score at least 1 run. I think he'll actually score 2. So 3-0 there for Team USA on the airmailed throw. Abraham Toro made a diving stop. Got it. Could have been either him or Otto Lopez. I think either one of them could have made it. Toro was the first to get there, but just airmails the throw to first base. And like just not even close. And yeah, that scores 2 for Team USA. If there was more on the line, maybe it would have gotten there in time. Would have been pretty close. Looks like that's going to do it for Michael Soroka. So he leaves, giving up 3 runs, the 1 error. So I guess 2 unearned runs then. I guess so. But also leaves men on second and third, since the airmail throw does advance Bregman over to second base. And that will bring Roman Anthony up after we come back from whoever Canada brings out of the bullpen. So not exactly the flashiest of RBIs, but a run batted in. I mean, I know it's an error, but it's a runs scored nonetheless for Team USA. Gets the job done. So productive inning here for the Americans. So I don't know no idea who Canada is going to bring out of the bullpen, but Okay, already a good start for Team USA, and not even through 3 full innings. Haven't seen too many big bats so far. A bit more small ball stuff. Maybe not in the sense of like stealing bases and manufacturing runs, but haven't seen the homers yet. Just seen, a little bit of knocks here and there. Micah Ashman currently in. So actually, Baltimore Orioles minor leaguer at the moment. Huge moment here for him as well. Lefty pitcher going up against the lefty Roman Anthony. He will throw in strike one on a slider. Let's see, what does Baseball Savant say for him? So 0-1 here for Roman Anthony. 2 outs, top third, men on second and third. Anthony will swing through a slider for strike 2. There's a bit of a tongue twister right there. So 0-2 count here for Roman Anthony. He will swing through strike 3. 3 straight sliders for Micah Ashman. Gets Roman Anthony out on 3 straight pitches. So 2 stranded there for Team USA, but 2 brought in nonetheless. So pretty good inning there. Would have liked a little bit more, but I'll certainly take the 2. Nothing wrong with that at all. Stack. I guess they just don't have StatCast for Mike Ashman. So Baseball's Fun doesn't look like it has his pitch arsenal, which is kind of disappointing. I would have liked to see it, but yeah. He only threw sliders to Roman Anthony. That was it. And Roman Anthony went fishing the whole time. Is it okay? This hasn't, not everything's clicked in yet there, but we're all good. So yeah, unfortunate there for the Roman Anthony strikeout, but still, I'll take the 2 runs. Better than nothing. I've been playing. I recently downloaded FTL Multiverse because I just got base FTL back on my Steam account because it was like on sale for like $3.50, and I had it on like my old family PC. Like I can literally look over and see the PC that it's on, but it was like it wasn't downloaded through Steam because I got it before I had a Steam account. I think I just got it through like Subset Games like website, and then I also have it on my iPad because I have like the iOS version, and so I never had it on Steam. And I like always wanted to play like Captain's Edition for a while because I saw that and it was pretty cool. And then I saw Multiverse and I'm like, oh my god, this thing's awesome. I want to play it. And then FTL went on sale, so I'm like, I'll get that. And I downloaded Multiverse and I've been playing so much of that recently. It is so much fun. I love it because I love FTL, the base game, but I've played that game so much that it's like I basically done everything there is to do in base FTL. And so playing through Multiverse, it's like, oh my god, I'm basically just playing the same game, but it's like all new. It's fantastic. It's like I basically just get a sequel to the game that is already it's not really changing anything and just adding a bunch of stuff. It's like, this is perfect. Can we have this for like every game possible? It's just giving me more of the same thing because it's nice. Anyway, back to the game. Otto Lupa is up to bat, takes strike 1 from Logan Webb on a sinker. So the order is turned around flipped over, I guess, for Team Canada. Lopez, who has a single so far in this game, swings through a sweeper for strike 2. How many different S words can I combine in one sentence for that? So 0-2 count here for Otto Lopez. Next pitch here for Logan Webb is grounded over right to Bobby Witt. This will not be a single unless it is an error on the throw, but it is not. The 1 out there for Team USA to start the bottom of the 3rd. Hard hit ground ball. Bobby Witt is in a great position to make the play. Fields it well, throws it well. Harper makes the play at first base, gets him gets Otto Lopez out by a good couple of steps. So 1 down to start the bottom third. Webb has only thrown 35 pitches so far. Next one to Josh Naylor, pops it right over to Bobby Witt on a very soft line drive. So 1 pitch, 1 out, or 1 pitch, 2 outs now for Logan Webb here in the bottom of the third. Now it's 36 pitches to get through 2 2/3 innings. Naylor just came off the bat kind of not super hard, and Bobby Wood was kind of shaded right around the behind second base and made the play. Nice and easy. Tyler O'Neill, now up, also has a single in this game. Takes strike 1 just on the outside. Like very, very close to being a ball. What was called a strike. O'Neill will knock this one high up over into left, but not going to get out there enough. That is out number 3. That is, I think, Roman Anthony made the play out there. Yeah, he's playing left field. So yeah, in front of the Crawford boxes, basically, O'Neill took a sinker, just didn't quite have the power underneath it. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, really, really quick. I think that was like 7, 8 pitches to get 3 outs for Logan Webb in that. Well done there by Team USA. So anyway, FDL Multiverse, after I was rudely interrupted by baseball. Why should baseball interrupt me raving about FDL Multiverse? But Multiverse is really, really fun. I played, I think, 4, technically 5, but I had to restart one after getting some, basically just goofing in the first sector. But I basically played 4 runs, beaten it twice on normal difficulty. I beat it because I started out with the Multiverse Castrol, essentially, the starter ship, and I died to the first phase on the flagship at the end. And because I got absolutely overwhelmed by the 4-person teleporter. That was not fun. And yeah, it was that was not fun. Then second run I did was with the Multiverse Cruiser, the Federation Cruiser, but the Multiverse version. And I got to the 3rd phase of the flagship and died because I had 1 health going into it, which is a little annoying. But it was still, that was fun. I had the I forget which weapons what build I was doing for that, but I actually had on the first run I did in that Multiverse Castrol Cruiser, I had this I think it was the Corbin beam, which is an anti-bio beam that had the most absurd thing ever. It was ridiculous and it was great. Then I did the rock cruiser that I think the Outcast cruiser, that's what it was. And actually won with that one. I have no idea how I won that one because I had 3 crew by the end of it. It was not going well. And then the most recent one that I did just today was with the Zoltan Monk ship, and that one was also good because I had the Ion Blast 3 that had a 2-second reload and an orange crystal cruiser. It was great. I love that game so much. All right, top 4, 3-0. Ashman's back out to pitch. So after getting Roman Anthony out on 3 straight pitches, Micah Ashman is back up to pitch now against Cal Raleigh, who still has not gotten a hit in this game. Throws a slider for strike 1 to Cal Raleigh. So lefty pitcher, Cal has switched over to batting righty. Ashman, the current minor leaguer in the Baltimore Orioles system, will throw a changeup way outside for ball 1. Let's see, he was 11th round pick in the 2024 draft by the Detroit Tigers. Actually, I'll get after the pitcher. Raleigh will swing through a changeup for strike 2, so 1 and 2 here for Cal Raleigh. But Micah Ashman was was traded for, or traded to the Orioles in exchange for Charlie Morton at the trade deadline back in the end of July in 2025. Don't think the Tigers really want to do that trade over again because Morton was not very good for them. So 1 and 2 here for Cal Raleigh. He will look at a slider down low. Did not go around, so instead is a ball, 2 and 2. So close pitch or close movement there from Cal Raleigh, but he holds up. 0 for 1 in this game. Looking at 2-2 here from Micah Ashman. He will swing through a fastball for strike 3. So second strikeout for Micah Ashman. You know, as a Team USA fan, I'm not happy, but as an Orioles fan, I like what I'm seeing. If he can do more of that in the years to come for the Orioles, I'll be happy. Just stop doing that right now for Team Canada. You can do that later in spring training, Micah, please. All right, next up is oh wait, no, I guess Raleigh had foul tipped that one, or fouled the pitch away. He strikes out on this pitch. Never mind. There is a the pitch that I thought he struck out on was from an umpire cam, and it looked like he struck out, but I guess he fouled that one away. But anyway, it didn't matter in the end. Next pitch was a strikeout, so Ashman does get his second strikeout there on Cal Raleigh. Now it is Bryce Terang, who struck out in the second inning, takes a fastball in the zone for strike 1. Nice voice crack there. Terang, the lefty, going up against Ashman, the lefty, will knock this one over the leap of, who is that? Abraham Toro, the third baseman, for a 1-out single over to left field. Just knocked a fastball right over the head of Toro. Hard liner over into left for the single. So I think only so far we've had one extra base hit, and that was Aaron Judge in the first. It's been a lot of singles so far, couple walks. Now we get Bobby Witt back up to bat once more. He will look at ball 1 on a slider, a slider sweeper or something like that, up high. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is Pete Armstrong. Almost forgot about him. He had a single back in the third inning. So after this will be Bobby Witt, unless there's a double play. PCA will look at a fastball outside for ball 2. 2-0 here for Pete Crow Armstrong. And it is Bryce Terang over on first. Pitch number 13, or 14 actually, for Micah Ashman is a slider outside for ball 3. So very favorable count here for Pete Crow Armstrong. My guess is he's going to take all the way. Seems to be the plan so far for Team USA. He will actually square a bunt. Will take a fastball for strike 1 anyway. Interesting choice there. I guess Armstrong does have pretty good speed. I don't think he's... I don't know. See if he tries to square to bunt again. Because he hadn't done it in the first 3 pitches. Did it there. Will swing through a fastball for strike 2. Actually foul-tipped it back into the glove of Bo Naylor, but that doesn't matter because it's only strike 2, but still 3-0 to 3-2 now. 16 pitches now for Micah Ashman, the current minor leaguer for the Baltimore Orioles. Bryce Terang lingering at first base. Haven't seen a stolen base attempt yet from either team. Armstrong on the 3-2 count will take the pitch from Ashman. He will knock this one high into center field. Will it be enough? Doesn't quite look like it. Center fielder Clark makes the catch, and Bryce Terang retreats back over to first base. So Denzel Clark barely had to move, actually. It was knocked. He trots back about 10 steps, actually. So basically back onto the warning track. He was already playing pretty deep, and Denzel Clark makes the catch easily and is able to hold Terang still at first base. So high fly out there for Pete Armstrong. Nets the second out of inning number 4 for Team USA. Now it's Bobby Witt who takes ball 1 on a changeup outside the zone for 1-0. Bobby Witt walked in the first to score the first run of the game, then grounded into a fielder's choice. We'll look at a fastball low for ball 2. Bryce Terang still lingering at first base. Has not attempted to steal. Have not seen too many fly balls, really. I feel like it's a lot of liners and grounders. This is a chopper right back to Micah Ashman by Bobby Witt. That will be an easy out for the Canadian pitcher, and that will end the inning. So nothing there. for Team USA in the top of the fourth. They still, however, lead 3-0 in this game. So I believe, let's see, I think it is Owen Cassie will be up to bat in the top of the fourth, or bottom of the fourth, for Team Canada. Cassie has already struck out once in this game. It's actually the Cassie, Toro, and Black, the three up to bat, all struck out in their first time up. The current 3 strikeouts Logan Webb has under his belt. I thought that was a Sprint commercial for a sec, but because I thought it was a Sprint logo, but I remember that they are not in business anymore. But it's I forget the guy's name, but he plays, I think it's Kevin from The Office, the big guy essentially. But it's for something called Ramp. I have no idea what it is. We now have some kind of eagle on a gas station. Very, I don't know. Is he Marathon? I have no idea what this. Is this a Slim Jim commercial? Oh no, Marathon gas station. These commercials are weird. I'm sorry. They're very weird commercials. Now we're getting the America commercial with the bald eagle and the horse, the stallion or whatever it is, with Freebird playing in the background. I wish I could have been able to see Lynyrd Skynyrd in concert. I know it's like they're still touring, but it's like none of the same band members anymore. I wish I could have seen, like, the original Lynyrd Skynyrd played Freebird for like an hour straight. That would have been fun. I really want to see. I don't know. I don't know who's touring right now. I don't really go to concerts all that much, but I feel like I saw that like Rod Stewart was playing at like Camden Yards or something recently. Or I don't know. He was playing somewhere recently. That would have been kind of interesting, but like, I don't know. Anyway, bottom of the fourth, Logan Webb back on the pitch will throw a sweeper just outside to Owen Cassie for ball 1. USA obviously still leads 3-0. Webb only pitched 4 innings last time. Already threw 3 so far, so don't know if this is going to be the same pitch or innings limit for Webb this time around compared to last time. Threw pitched for a strike, so it's 1-1 to Cassie here. We'll throw changeup way outside for ball 2. So 2-1 here for Owen Cassie, working against Logan Webb. Cassie will smack this one over into center field. Will that get down? No, it will not. Pico Armstrong makes the catch. So out number 1 there for Team USA in the bottom of the fourth. Sorry about that. So Abraham Toro is now up. He will look at strike 1 on a changeup low. Toro also struck out in his first time up. Bases are empty here with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch is a sweeper just a bit low for ball number 1. 1-1 here to Abraham Toro, who made a very costly error for Team Canada back in the third, cost them 2 runs on the airmailed throw to first base. He will smack this ball over into shallow right field just over the head of Bryce Terang for a 1-out single. So Toro's trying to get a rally on for Team Canada. So far, they've gotten, I think 5 hits now? Yeah, I think this is hit number 5 for Team Canada. I know, hit number 4, actually. According to, hit number 4. But all of them have been singles so far. So Logan Webb's done a good job to mitigate the long ball, essentially. Pitch number 1 to Tyler Black is a fastball, or I think it was actually a cutter, up high. Was actually called a strike. Looked like it was a ball, but it was actually called a strike. 46 pitches right now for Logan Webb. Next pitch is a changeup just low, also called a strike. So just catching the edges of the zone here for Logan Webb now puts Tyler Black in an 0-2 hole. Good pitching here for Logan Webb right now. Pat had a good game against Brazil last week. Off to a really nice start here so far through 47 pitches for USA here against Canada. This 48th pitch is a sweeper that is low and in. So ball 1 to Tyler Black. Black does not go around on the swing, so he's all good. 34 strikes to 14 balls for Logan Webb. It's pretty good strike total, not going to lie. Like that a lot. Next pitch here is a fastball up high and just a bit outside as well. So ball 2 to Tyler Black. Black also struck out for his first time up. Bo Naylor is on deck for Team Canada. We'll see him unless we have a double play here. Black will foul the next pitch away, so it remains 2-2. 50 pitches now for Logan Webb through 3 2/3 innings. And again, there's just not been a lot of power so far from either team. A lot of singles, only the one double from Aaron Judge. Next pitch is knocked. Actually, no, it is a strikeout. Heard a bit of contact, so I think foul tip strikeout there on Tyler Black on a changeup. Really nasty pitch. There's like right at the bottom edge of the zone. And was there actually any contact? Oh, no, it was just complete whiff. Complete whiff on the swing. Strikeout number 4 for Logan Webb. 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Abraham Toro is on first base, but has not made an attempt to steal. And now Bo Naylor will take ball 1 on a cutter inside. Naylor does have a single in this game. But again, just a single. So we'll see how it goes here. 1-0 here for Bo Naylor. Naylor will take ball 2 on a sweeper down low. So favorable count here for him, but we've definitely seen Logan Webb already kind of work out of some jams here and there so far in this game. Naylor, the catcher for the Guardians, currently in favorable count, will knock the next pitch over to first base, gobbled up there by Bryce Harper for out number 3. So through 4 innings, Team USA leads 3-0. And I believe Bryce Harper, actually, I think it's going to be Aaron Judge is going to be on deck. Either Harper or Judge, one of the two. But I think might be Harper, actually. I don't know. It's gonna be someone at bat, whoever it was. I don't remember. It's one of those guys. I'm been trying to brainstorm on what I want to do for my podcast episode tomorrow because I feel like I don't want to do something sci-fi because I just did a bunch of StarCraft episodes, but I have no idea what else I want to do. I'm drawing a blank at the moment. And it's frustrating me because I want to talk about something. But yeah, we'll see. I've recorded all of my I've recorded everything for my Pearl Harbor video that I'm working on. The editing will begin shortly. I also have another very big project, sports related, that has been almost entirely recorded. I've just been slow on actually getting to editing it and all that, but we'll see. But I'm excited to get that Pearl Harbor video done. It shouldn't be that long, probably like 20 minutes, my guess. Hopefully, we'll see. All right. So USA has 3 runs on 5 hits. Canada has no runs on 4 hits and the 1 error as well. So yeah, the winner of this game will actually go on to face the Dominican Republic, who demolished Korea in the quarterfinals earlier today. I think that game just wrapped up just recently. And then Puerto Rico and Italy will face, or whoever wins that will face Venezuela, or Puerto Rico versus Italy is one game, and then Venezuela versus Japan is the other game on the other side of the bracket. Whoever wins those will face each other, and then whoever wins that will face the winner of this game and then the Dominican Republic. Either way, the Dominican Republic's been showing a lot of talent so far in this game, or in this World Baseball Classic. They've been kind of a powerhouse so far. So I did Bryce Harper up 0 for 2 so far. Micah Ashman still on to pitch. He will throw a fastball in there for strike 1 to Harper. Harper hitting 176 right now. Does not have a hit in this game. Did reach on a fielder's choice at least. He will knock this one over to first base. Josh Naylor is there and will get the out. So Harper 0 for 3 now. Ashman has thrown 22 pitches so far and has honestly been killing it right now. I mean, he's got a tough task here of going Harper, Judge, and Schwarber, but so far in the innings he's pitched, he's done well. But Aaron Judge, having a good game so far, has the lone double of anyone in this game, or the lone extra base hit of anyone in this game, has also walked. Up here for his third at bat, we'll look at ball 1 on a changeup low. Wouldn't mind seeing a home run here. Would like to call at least 1 home run for Team USA while I'm at it. Judge will look at strike 1, a fastball that just clipped the inside of the zone. 1-1 there for Aaron Judge. Working against Micah Ashman, the Baltimore Orioles minor leaguer. Pitch number 3 to Judge is grounded over to the third base side. Fielded there. Throw is high. Carries Josh Naylor off the bag, but he's able to get it in time. So another not great throw from Abraham Toro at third base, but this time it was close enough that Josh Naylor was able to stay on the bag. Barely, though. He had plenty of time, too, which is a weirder thing. Like that, it was just a really bad throw. Either way, though, Aaron Judge grounded out. Micah Ashman just chewing through the Team USA lineup at the moment. It's kind of crazy. Kyle Schwarber up, sees a first pitch ball on a slider up and away. Schwarber is 1 for 2 in this game so far. Has a single over to the left field side. Will swing through a slider for strike number 1. Violent swing there for Kyle Schwarber. Was looking to go for the moon there. Doing his usual Schwarbomb type of deal. But found nothing on that one. Pitch number 3 to Schwarber is grounded over to the first base side. Josh Naylor has it, and very, very quick 1-2-3 there for Micah Ashman. 3 ground balls. One of them was a little close for comfort for their liking, but in the end, in the heart of the order there, some pretty big power bats. None of them get anything done. So disappointing showing there for Team USA in the top of the 5th. But again, they still hold that 3-0 lead. So pitching staff, as long as they can hold down the fort, things will go well. Don't know if we'll see. My guess is we'll see Logan Webb out there still. I have no. I don't know why they wouldn't take him out. I mean, because there's like only 2 games after this. I don't know. We'll see what manager Mark DeRosa does with the bullpen. Because right now, Logan Webb is pitching a really good game, which shouldn't be surprising. But don't keep an eye out for Micah Ashman, because apparently he's just pitching like God right now. It's kind of crazy. And as an Orioles fan, I'm certainly excited. Oh, I didn't. Dominican Republic actually mercy ruled Korea. They 10-0. So still in commercials here. Let's see if there's any other news right now. All right. According to Adam Schefter, Bears free agent cornerback Jalen Jones is re-signing a one-year deal with Chicago per his agent Damian Butler. I think he's more of a depth piece than a starter, but I actually don't know for sure. Been a pretty interesting free agency as a whole so far for football. Don't know what the Broncos are doing. Like, I don't know why they're doing nothing, essentially. It's I'm very confused as to why the Broncos are just entirely inactive. So bottom fifth here, believe it will be Dylan Clark up to, or Damian Clark. No, Denzel. one of the names that start with a D. Denzel Clark to lead off fifth inning. Logan Webb will continue in for the bottom of the fifth. First Team USA starter actually go to the fifth inning. So there's been a lot of pitching management from Mark DeRosa. This time he's going to trust the hot hand in Logan Webb to continue through. So first pitch was a strike to Denzel Clark. Don't know where I'm getting Dylan Clark from. He then knocks the next pitch changeup foul, so he's now 0-2. Or in an 0-2 count. Oh, there's actually pitching limits. I didn't realize that. So there's an 80 pitch limit for the quarterfinals. There's a 65 pitch limit for the pool play. So I guess that's why. Webb is only at now 57 pitches as he throws a fastball high for ball number 1 to Denzel Clark. So my guess is we'll see, unless things go really wrong for Logan Webb here, we'll probably see him go more than just 5 innings as he gets a strikeout there on Denzel Clark on a changeup. Really nice pitch there. Just like a lot of really nasty movement in the zone. Gets Clark swinging, gets onto a knee as well as he swings. So strikeout there for Logan Webb, his 5th of the game. Gets him through 4 1/3. Eduardo Julian now up to bat. We'll look at strike 1 on changeup on the outside of the zone. The number 9 hitter for Team Canada here. So we'll see Otto Lopez up to bat after this. Julian will look at strike 2 on a sweeper at the bottom of the zone. So 0-2 hole here for Julian, who is current Colorado Rocky. So actually, it's probably a guy he's going to see a little bit in a couple months, probably. This pitch is a changeup just outside for ball 1. So 1-2 here for Logan Webb working against Eduardo Julian, current NL West rivals. Next pitch is a sweeper way outside for ball 2. 62 pitches right now for Logan Webb. Has only allowed a couple singles from Team Canada and nothing more. Has not allowed a run yet. 2-2 here, working against Eduardo Julian. Will throw a changeup outside for ball 3. So from 0-2 to 3-2, Julian has worked the count well. So let's see. Pitch number 7 here to Julian is a walk, actually. First walk of the game for Team Canada. Goes to the number 9 hitter, Eduardo Julian, on 4 straight balls after 2 initial strikes. And most of them weren't even really anywhere close to the zone either. So not a great sequence there from Logan Webb, but don't think it's too indicative at the moment. Hopefully not, at least. Get back to Otto Lopez, who does have a single in this game, 1 for 2 so far. So he is top of the order now for Team Canada. Righty on righty here. First pitch is down and low on a changeup. So the shortstop for Team Canada working here. Lopez, what team is he on at the moment? Yeah, right, Miami Marlin. That's what he's on. Actually get a mound visit here, or in the infield's kind of come in to talk with Logan Webb. Might actually get a pitching substitution coming here soon. Do have the bullpen warming. I think it's Mitch Keller. Might be Max Keller, Mitch Keller, one of the two. Pitcher with the last name of Keller is warming. We scroll down to the Team USA lineup. Where is it? Where is the lineup? So 1-0 count here for Otto Lopez. Lopez will foul this one off of himself, actually. Hobbles around a little bit. Doesn't look... I mean, it looks fine enough, but still definitely has got to hurt. Brad Keller, actually. I was way off. Don't know where I was getting Mitch from. Yeah, fouls it right off the top of his foot. Then it bounces onto his bat, too, which ricochets the ball elsewhere. But Lopez gives the umpire a thumbs up. So Brad Keller is the one who's warming up in the bullpen. Current Philadelphia Philly. Was on the Cubs last year. Red Sox before that. White Sox also in 2024. All right, 1-1 to Otto Lopez. He will look at a sinker just below the zone for ball number 2. 67 pitches for Logan Webb. Does have Eduardo Julian over on first base. 2-1 here to Lopez. He will take strike number 2 on a sinker just on the outside of the zone. So 2-2 here for Otto Lopez. 1 out, man on first, bottom of the 5th. Canada down 3-0. Pitch will be grounded foul on a sinker. So we'll go again. Same count. So a bit of a battle here between Lopez and Webb. Still have not seen much hard contact from really either team, but especially Team Canada. A lot of softer singles, a lot of like grounders. Next pitch is a sweeper way outside for ball 3. Nowhere close. Good stop there by Cal Raleigh to save the pitch from getting behind him. Julian is remaining on first base. Doesn't look like he has tried to attempt to steal whatsoever. So the 71st pitch from Logan Webb to Otto Lopez on a 3-2 count is grounded right back to Logan Webb. Throws to second, will not be in time. Throw to first will be in time. Gets Otto Lopez out at first. Eduardo Julian will be safe at second base. So good throw at least by Logan Webb to, not airmail the throw back over to second base. Good reaction as well to get the grounder on the one hop right back in front of his face. Julian is fast enough to get there to second and prevent the double play. So in the end is a fielder's choice that gets Otto Lopez out at first, but does advance the runner over to second. That will be Logan Webb's final batter. We will see, I'm assuming Brad Keller, because he was warming up in the bullpen. But yeah, Logan Webb leaves the game. 4 2/3 innings pitched, gives up no runs. Unless Eduardo Julian gets home on from second base, he will have given up no runs. It's currently has given up no runs. Is responsible for Eduardo Julian over on second base. Other than that, throws 5 strikeouts, only gives up the 1 walk, 4 hits, all singles. Pretty nice performance there from Logan Webb. Nothing really hard contact-wise, but, you get a whole new pitcher now. Who knows how it's going to go. About halfway through this game, USA has been playing it pretty comfortably at the moment, though would like to see a bit more offense on the American side. But there's still time to go, and I certainly won't complain about the lead whatsoever. Yeah, I guess March Madness is starting pretty soon. I don't really like that March Madness starts like at the end of March and then basically just goes through all of April, but it's still pretty fun. And I did see that Miami, Ohio lost their undefeated streak. I think they're like 31-1 now. I don't pay much of any attention to college basketball, but I did see that streak was a thing, and that was pretty cool. Hoping for a fun March Madness tournament as well this year, because I feel like last year is kind of like the Final Four was all like 1s and 2 seeds, so it was kind of boring. And I feel like there's like at least a couple games here and there that are like really fun. But I'm trying to remember. There's like one a couple years ago where it was like, I think it was like Gonzaga. They had like multiple buzzer beaters in a row or something. And I think it was like the 2021 and 2022 March Madness. That was like insane. So Logan Webb remaining in the dugout to see if Julian over on second will score or not. Brad Keller comes in. Righty reliever throws a slider in there for strike number one to Josh Naylor, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Or I guess night, actually. So righty on lefty here. Pitch number 2 is grounded over to the first base side. Harper fields it on 2 hops and quite easily gets the third out there. So Logan Webb pitches a scoreless game in the end through 4 2/3. Brad Keller gets the third out there in the bottom of the 5th, and it remains 3-0 Team USA. Roman Anthony will be up next for Team USA, I believe. Pretty sure, at least. Yeah, I think it's Bregman's up next, actually. Yeah, because it went Harper, Judge, Schwarber. So yeah, it should be Bregman. I think the graphic was wrong on the on Fox, unless I'm completely blanking. But I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it should be Bregman. Should be Bregman up next, but I think they. No, they might not have gotten it wrong. Who knows? But, so Bregman, Roman Anthony, Cal Raleigh. Hopefully we'll see Cal Raleigh's first hit. Still haven't seen that yet. See any more news? Nope. Nothing new on the Twitter front at the moment. Nothing at all. There's I feel like another movie that's coming out pretty soon that I like want to go see, but I forget what it is. And I don't remember what. And it's frustrating me because I feel like there's another movie that's like, oh, it's Mario movie. Duh. That's what it is. I'm very excited for that. That's going to be very, very fun. I'm most certainly looking forward to the Mario movie. Mario Galaxy movie, I should say. I want to see lots of Rosalina because she's awesome. I love her so much. And Brie Larson voicing her is great because Brie Larson is a true gamer like us. Philippe Aumont is the new pitcher for Team Canada. Last MLB appearance was in July 19th of 2015. So it's been a minute since we've seen him in the majors. Amont's pitch to Bregman is a curveball just inside for ball one. Currently 37 years old. Played for the Phillies for 4 years. Next pitch knocked over into left field side. That will be just foul. Got a ton of power into that was Bregman, but just barely missed. see, this is like it's crazy. This guy probably hasn't pitched professionally in like years, and he's out here pitching in WBC. Pretty crazy. The 1-1 from Almont to Bregman is a fastball up high for ball number 2. Bregman does have an RBI in this game, which is pretty nice. I think it was that error. Ooh, that one pitch almost gets Bregman in the head. Bregman has to duck under the curveball. So is ball 3. But that curveball gets way ahead of him, or way away from him. And had Bregman not moved, it would have clunked him right in the side of the head. No, might have hit his helmet, but still not something you want to get hit by. Luckily, he ducked out of the way. So 3-1 here to Bregman. He will knock this one over to the left field side. Fielded there by Abraham Toro. This time the throw is in time and online. So that is out number 1 there for Philippe Almont and Team Canada. So Toro's getting a lot of work over at third base. I guess I should say grounded over the third base side rather than left field side because it doesn't get into left field. All right, Roman Anthony's up next. Curveball is out and away for ball 1. Anthony 0 for 2 in this game with a ground out and a strikeout. The righty Almont versus the lefty Anthony will net in another curveball outside for ball 2. Almont's got a pretty nice mustache, by the way. Do like that. Next pitch is a cutter in there for strike number 1. No swing there for Anthony. I feel like if you're a pitcher, you got to have, like, 90% of the time, you got to have a good mustache. Because I feel like all the good pitchers, or not all the good pitchers, but I've never seen a pitcher with a bad mustache. Next pitch is a cutter that is fouled off by Anthony, so it is 2-2. So 9 pitches right now for Almont, has gotten the 1 out and is now 1 strike away from getting Roman Anthony out, but certainly no easy out there. And next pitch is a kind of winding fastball that goes way away for ball 3. Nowhere close to the zone. So full count here for Roman Anthony. Would be first looking to get someone on since the 4th inning. First time someone's gotten on for Team USA. Anthony will foul the next pitch away on a cutter, kind of middle in almost. So no harm there except for driving up the pitch count. So still 3-2 for Roman Anthony, working against the veteran Philippe Almont. Former Philadelphia Philly from back in the early 2010s, has not pitched in the bigs since 2015. Almost 11 years ago at this point. Crazy. Next pitch here. Anthony will chop this one over past Almont, over to the left field, or like first base side, basically. Not the best defensive performance there. Josh Naylor kind of came off first base to try and go over it, but the ball was placed pretty perfectly that Almont didn't have the speed to get there, nor did Naylor, and nor did Julian at second base. Julian was the one who winds up fielding it over at second, but he had no one to throw to at first base. And even if he did, well, actually, I think it looked like Josh Naylor was playing off the bag. So had he been on first base, might have been a chance, but in the end, it is an infield single for Roman Anthony. So Cal Raleigh's up here, looks at ball 1, still hitless in this year's World Baseball Classic, 0 for 2 tonight. See if that changes here. Would like a home run here. Instead looks at a cutter down for ball 2. Raleigh has fouled out and struck out in this game. Favorable count here, though, for Big Dumper. Batting lefty against the righty Almont. He will knock this one high into right field. Will it stay fair? Maybe. I don't think so, unfortunately. He's sure got all of it, but I think it was just a little early on the swing. just a little too far foul, unfortunately. But that was demolished into the right field stands. Just a little bit foul. Wow. Cal Raleigh has a ton of power. It's crazy. So anyway, 2-1 here for Cal Raleigh after the allowed foul ball. You'll look at a fastball upstairs for ball 3. So again, favorable count here for Cal Raleigh. Had 60 home runs last year. 60 plus, actually. And could see another swing like that if the ball kind of gets into the zone. Cal Raleigh will actually take some time here to get settled. He's fixing his glove as well. Get some shots of the stands and some guys in some very funny Team USA attire. So 3-1 here for Cal Raleigh. He will look at ball 4 on a cutter just outside. So walk there for Cal Raleigh. And I think we will get a pitching substitution here for Team Canada. So Philippe Almont gets 1 out, but leaves 2 on base, leaving Roman Anthony and Cal Raleigh. So still 3-0. Team USA, pretty favorable situation at the moment. Bryce Terang up to bat. Already has a hit in this game. And we will get to that after some commercials once more. And yeah, the Mario movie, because I can go back to that. We had the Mario movie direct that happened back on Monday, where it was literally basically just showing the trailer and then announcing the fact that it is Donald Glover is going to be voicing Yoshi, which is hilarious. And then everyone's like going back to the older trailer for the Galaxy movie that got revealed like months ago, where they had when Bowser Jr. shows up and they play the like Prowler theme from Spider-Verse. And it's like everyone's like, why are they playing like the Prowler sound from Spider-Verse? Because very distinct sound. And then you get the guy who plays the live action Prowler in Across the Spider-Verse is now voicing Yoshi. So it's crazy. It's really, really funny. I like Donald Glover. I think he's fun. I loved him in Solo. I'm sad that Solo just didn't do well at the box office because it was a fun movie. I really liked Alden. I think it's Enric is how you pronounce the last name. How I pronounce the last name, but the actor who played Han Solo in Solo, he was really fun. And then Woody Harrelson was also very fun in that movie as well. And of course, Donald Glover, he was excellent as Lando. I'd like to see him again as Lando. Like, I want to see. It's never going to happen, but I want to see some like, New Republic era. I love to see some like Legends retold in live action. Like, I know everyone like it's the Heir to the Empire is the classic one, but like I'd love to see Heir to the Empire with like Sebastian Stan, Donald Glover. I mean, I think Alden Ehrenreich could do a decent Han Solo for you, but like even in that era. But it'd be fun. I want to see a retelling or like an actual live action version of Heir to the Empire. Anyway, back to baseball. Adam Macko is now the pitcher for Team Canada here in the top of the 6th. 2 out, 1 down. Terang will look at a slider for strike number 1. Let's see. Adam Macko is a Toronto Blue Jays minor leaguer at the moment. Actually from Bratislava, Slovakia is where he was born. Interesting. Terang will knock this one right up the middle in the gap between short and second base, sorry. That will score a run. So great knock there from Bryce Terang. Roman Anthony will score. Cal Raleigh will get from first to third. Terang will get to first on an RBI single from Bryce Terang. There is no one anywhere close to the bag at second base. Basically knocked almost right up the middle. Great bit of hitting there from the Milwaukee Brewers' own Bryce Terang. So 4-0 now here for Team USA in the top of the 6th. And we get Pete Kerr Armstrong up next. Already has a hit in this game. He will knock this one over into center field. That is going to get down for another base hit, score another run. Let's see, is Terang going to go to third? don't think he is. I think he's just going to go to second, but still RBI back-to-back RBI singles for Terang and Peaker Armstrong on basically back-to-back pitches, actually. So now first and second, and still only one out. Mako's thrown 3 pitches, has given up 2 hits and 2. Well, he himself has not given up 2 runs. Those are going to get charged to Philippe Almont, but still not a great relief performance here for Mako. And now the order turns over to Bobby Witt, who is 0 for 2 in this game, does have a walk. He will look at ball 1 on a fastball low. So USA is extending its lead now pretty safely. And Bobby Witt certainly has a chance to really knock this game open. So 1-0 count here to Bobby Witt Jr. He will take a fastball in for ball 2. And yeah, the hits with running in the scoring position, pretty nice in this inning for Team USA, something they've struggled with a little bit so far in the WBC. Not quite tonight, though. So far, it's been a bit better. Witt will look at strike 1 on a fastball in. Looks like he was taking all the way. So according to Fox, last 2 games, run in scoring position for Team USA, 3 for 16. Tonight, 4 for 7. That is much better. That's all we like to see from Team USA. That's the kind of hitting we want. 2-1 here to Witt. He will knock this one over to the third base side. That will get 1, and then the throw over to first base is in time for the double play. So Abraham Toro gets the force out at third, since there were runners on first and second, and then makes a good throw, which is a bit surprising given how rough it had been for him so far at third base. But he gets the out over at first base as well. So unfortunately, ending double play. But once again, Team USA gets 2 in the inning, extends their lead to 5-0. So it's like once you start talking about how good they're hitting with runners in scoring position, they go and do that. Still, take the runs, most certainly. So after that, it'll be Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber. So the heart of the order once more for Team USA there. Believe who's going to be up actually? I think it is going to be Tyler O'Neill will be up to bat next for Team Canada, needing to score any sort of runs here. I think they've had only one guy actually make it to second base, and that was might have actually been back in the first inning where they had 2 singles. Might have been it was first inning where with Otto Lopez and Tyler O'Neill. And then after that, just been a whole lot of nothing. Been a whole lot of nothing for Team Canada. They've just gotten a couple singles, 1 walk. Other than that, I guess Eduardo Julian did advance a second in the last inning, but still, it's credit Team USA. Their pitching has been doing well so far. I swear it looked like that in this commercial. That person was putting a baseball glove into an oven, but I don't think that was the case. Getting a very sentimental, like kids with their first glove, baseball glove for youth baseball. That's what MLB is doing there. The bottom of the 6th here, Team USA leads 5-0, 5 runs, 8 hits, compared to the 0 runs, 4 hits, and an error for Team Canada. Brad Keller is back on to pitch for Team USA after only throwing 2 pitches in the bottom of the 5th to relieve Logan Webb. Tyler O'Neill will lead off for Team Canada here. He will look at ball 1 on a sinker low and in, kind of at his knees, or more at his shins, actually. So O'Neill had singled in the first inning, was out in the second time around. Looks at a fastball low for strike number 1 there. Tyler O'Neill certainly has power, but has not hit quite all that well in the World Baseball Classic so far. He will knock this one over toward Bryce Terang, who plays it cleanly on the ground out and throws out Tyler O'Neill at first. So 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. On just 3 pitches there as well for Brad Keller. think we might get someone else in Team USA's bullpen warming up soon, maybe. They were showing the bullpen, so I had to imagine there, but didn't show anything other than that. Like someone was kind of running around and grabbed a water bottle. Owen Cassie's now up. He is 0 for 2. Looks at a ball on a fastball just outside. Struck out once in this game against Logan Webb the first time around, I believe. 1-0 here. Now 2-0 on another fastball outside and 96. So favorable count here for Owen. Actually, it might be Casey, not Cassie. I think it is Casey, actually. The next pitch is just below the zone on the fastball. So 3-0 count here for Owen Casey, the current Miami Marlin. Actually, I think a couple Miami Marlins on this team for Team Canada. Next pitch is a fastball in there for strike one. Didn't look like Casey was looking to swing there. Does what's usually pretty common now and taking it 3-0. 3-1 here for Casey, still in a favorable count there. He will hold off on the slider, and yep, that will be a walk for Owen Casey. Second walk issued by U.S. pitching. U.S. has 3 walks hitting-wise. I looked at the wrong column. 5th walk overall in the game. Gets someone on first there for Team Canada. We'll see if they can advance or if Team USA is going to continue their dominant pitching run. Abraham Toro up next does have a single in this game. Takes strike one on a sinker. Actually, might have been a slider at the top of the zone. Did single his last at-bat, but is in an 0-1 hole at the moment. Next pitch from Keller is inside there for ball number 1 on a fastball. Nowhere close to the zone. So Keller's thrown a decent number of balls here, but has also overall been doing well. Has not really allowed too much contact, or too much power, I should say. Toro will swing through a changeup there at the bottom corner of the zone. Really nice pitch for a strike, 1 and 2. Team Italy versus Team Puerto Rico will be tomorrow. That should be a pretty fun game. Next pitch, Toro will knock this one over and foul over to the left field side. Just kind of poke the bat out and got some contact, so he stays alive. 1 and 2 for Abraham Toro, the third baseman who's seen a lot of action so far tonight, both offensively and defensively. Has made the one error that gave up 2 runs. He'll chop this one right over the head of Brad Keller. This will get him out at first base, just barely, though it will advance Owen Casey over to second base. So fielder's choice there on the chopper, basically right back over the pitcher. Like chopper right off of home plate, pretty much. Fielded by Bobby Witt, throws it over to first base, gets the out just barely in time. How close was this? Because it looked pretty close live. Good bit, but yeah, definitely out. I think slow-mo is definitely a bit more time than I think it was going live. But yeah, anyway, runner on second, 2 outs. Still 5-0. Tyler Black has taken strike 1. Took brief time. Now is back in the batter's box. So next pitch from Brad Keller is going to be chopped foul on a fastball. So 0-2 hole here for Tyler Black. One more strike will get USA out of the inning with another scoreless set from their pitchers, but still needs to get that one strike here from Brad Keller, or just an out anyway, in any way, shape, or form. That pitch will not do it on the changeup down and away, taken for ball number 1. Looks like they're doing the wave in the crowd. They show Team Canada's bullpen. Next pitch here is knocked over, right over the head of Alex Bregman. That might actually score a run here. It will score a run on the RBI single there from Tyler Black. So I kind of jinxed him there, actually, my bad. Owen Casey gets around to score on the RBI single right over the head of Alex Bregman for the first run for Team Canada in this game. I think that will do it for Brad Keller as well. Throws 19 pitches, gives up the 1 run, and is responsible for Tyler Black at first base. So not sure who USA is going to bring in bullpen-wise, but we shall see in just a few minutes. I'm gonna poo-poo real quick that I think Gunnar Henderson makes that play at third over Alex Bregman, but, hopefully they play Gunnar Henderson next time because he's better than Alex Bregman. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He's better. And he's better than Bryce Turang, too. Just gonna tell you that right now. I'm totally not biased as an Orioles fan. Anything news-wise? Doesn't look like anything news-wise at the moment. I'm very happy that the Commanders got Nick Cross. That was a great signing. And yeah, again, what are the Broncos doing in free agency? Why are they doing nothing? I don't understand that. This has been some very odd free agent team. They're like teams in free agency. Yeah, I don't know why the Jets decided to trade for Geno Smith again, but I guess bringing him home, sure. I guess they're rolling with him as their starter. I don't think that's going to work. I think there's a pretty good chance we see that entire coaching staff gone by the end of the year. But yeah, it's going to be weird seeing Geno Smith in a Jets uniform again, and an actual good Jets uniform, not the terrible ones they had in the 2010s. I hated those ones so much. They're awful. Huh. Acuna's on Team N as well. Interesting. Yeah, Japan, the reigning and defending World Baseball Classic champions. Gabe Spire is on to pitch for Team USA now. I believe he pitched last week as well. Bo Naylor is up to bat, 1 for 2 in the game, and fouls a sinker off 0-1. Spire, what team are you on at the moment? You are on the Mariners. That's who you're on. Been on the Mariners since 2023. Oops. Strike 2 there to Bo Naylor. 0-2. Spire working against the catcher for Team Canada. Thought I heard like a fire alarm beep for a sec, but I don't know why, because I don't have one in the house. It's weird. Might have just been my chair squeaking. Next pitch is way high on a fastball for ball 1. Like almost over the head of the umpire high. It's not great. Yeah, 1-2 here. 2 outs. 5-1, so not exactly the most damage in the world. Next pitch is another fastball, 96. That is well above the zone. Not quite as high as the other one, but yeah. Still high. Naylor singled in the 2nd inning. It's now his 3rd at bat. 2-2 here to Naylor. He will hit this one high into right field. That is going to be a 2-run home run from Bo Naylor. 5-3. Canada's storming back. Uh-oh. That's not good. That was just nuked out of here. That was crazy. Just like uppercut swing. 404 according to StatCast. Could have been more like really high launch angle. So not great. Not great relief performance by Team USA. That's All 3 earned runs between are split between Brad Keller and Gabe Spire. Denzel Clark is up now. He swings through strike 1. And that one was upper deck shot from Bo Naylor to make it 5-3. Clark will swing through a slider for strike 2. So quick 0-2 count here for Gabe Spire against Denzel Clark. But the long ball is kind of killing Team USA at the moment, giving up 10 home runs on 28 hits so far in the WBC. Next pitch is a slider in the dirt for ball 1. Clark holds on. So USA puts up 2 on the top of the 6th. Canada puts up 3 and counting right now, the bottom of the 6th. Not great there. Next pitch is just outside with a slider for ball 2. So 2-2 count here. Spire's not been able to put away Denzel Clark yet. Wasn't able to put away Bo Naylor either. Eduardo Julian is looming on deck. Fastball fouled away by Denzel Clark. 0-2 on the night so far for Denzel. The center fielder has made a couple nice plays out there in center field. Pitch number 11 for Spire against Clark on the 2-2 is fouled away on a fastball. So 2-2, 2 outs, 5-3 USA, bottom 6. Canada's putting on a bit of a rally here, scoring 3. Not great to see. Hopefully whatever reliever they pick next as the next pitch here is chopped foul. But yeah, hopefully whatever pitcher Mark DeRosa chooses next does not give up some runs, because don't really want to waste the great outing from Logan Webb through 4 2/3. But again, USA still has the lead. No one on base at the moment. Denzel Clark sitting at a 2-2 count. 0 for 2 with 2 outs right now. 12 pitches from Spire. This will be his 13th. This one is chopped foul as well. So long battle here between Clark and Spire here in the bottom of the 6th. Don't know what, because there's been a lot of sliders and a lot of fastballs between for Spire. A lot of movement inside. This is chopped over to the third base side. Bregman will launch it over to first. That will get the out. So that will end the inning, but not before Canada gets 2, including the 2-run home run by Bo Naylor off of Gabe Spire. So game is certainly not over, and Canada's made this a lot more interesting. So the Team USA's offense going to need to put in some more work here, I think, to make this a bit more comfortable. Luckily, they do have the heart of the order coming up in Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, and Kyle Schwarber. So hopefully we can see a matching home run. I'd like to see a matching home run. We almost had one for Cal Raleigh. He almost had a home run, but didn't quite have one in the end. Just wound up hitting it foul. Still haven't seen a hit yet from Cal Raleigh, but if things go well, we'll see him in this inning. If not, we'll see him in the next inning. Let's see, any more news? Anything? Nope. Yeah, wishful thinking that there's been that there'd be like some big news coming out. But yeah. So we shall see. I don't know. Don't know if Canada's going to go with the pitching substitution as well. That's going to be a food for thought in a sense. Yeah, we're on car commercials at the moment for a new just Toyota in general. Is that the Boston Bridge? I feel like that was the Boston Bridge. I don't know what bridge it is, but it has like the white like arches on it that are like aren't super tall. It's like, I think it's like the famous one that like is on I-95 or something like that. It looked like that. I don't know why they would have that specific landmark in a Toyota commercial, but who knows? I don't think. Yeah, they have not made a pitching change, so Adam Macko is still out there. He's only thrown 7 pitches. Harper will swing through the first pitch there on a fastball to make it 0-1. Harper 0 for 3 in the game. So unfortunately, the heart of the order has not been super spectacular so far. They did drive in the first run of the game back in the first, but in terms of actual hits, as that curveball is in the dirt for ball 1. Between Harper, Schwarber, and Judge, they have 1 hit. And I have 2 hits, sorry. But they have 2 runs between them. But, you like to see a little bit more from some of these guys. But I don't know. I can only complain so much because they have scored 5 runs, but would like to see a little bit more. That's just me. 1-1 here to Harper is fouled away on fastball. So 1-2. Harper did reach on fielder's choice at least. That's why he does have a run. But he does not have a hit yet. 1-2 here to Harper is way upstairs with a fastball for ball number 2. Macko gave up back-to-back hits to score 2 runs when he came in to relieve. And came in for relief, but after that has pitched pretty well. 2-2 here to Harper is upstairs as well on a curveball. Broke down in, but not in enough. So full count here for Bryce Harper. Aaron Judge on deck. Harper lefty, Macko the righty. Or Macko lefty, actually, sorry. Lefty on lefty here. That will be called strike 3 on a ball that was most certainly outside. So Harper goes down looking on a strike that probably shouldn't have been called, at least according to the box that they show on screen. Maybe it clipped the box, depth-wise. It's probably not a great call there from the umpire. So that one I'm not going to blame Harper on. Should have been a walk. First pitch to Judge is a curveball outside for ball 1. Unfortunate there for Team USA. Aaron Judge has a double, has also walked, scored a run. So not a bad night for Judge. Has the lone extra base hit for Team USA. I think it's it's pretty much all been singles, a couple RBI singles. I was about to say the lone RBI or lone extra base hit in the game, but nope. Bo Naylor has also, had that home run. So 1-1 on Judge here at the moment. Next pitch is fastball upstairs for ball number 2. Oh, Judge actually won around on the swing. Never mind. So it is strike 2. Very kind of lazy around on the swing. Just couldn't quite hold it. So good pitcher's count here. And we get, I think, time called by Aaron Judge right as Macko is about to pitch. Kyle Schwarber now on deck for Team USA. Judge back in, righty working on the lefty Macko. 1-2 pitch is upstairs for with a fastball. This time Aaron Judge did not swing at it, so it is ball 2 instead. So 2-2 count here for the captain, Aaron Judge. Working against Adam Macko out of Slovakia. He will knock this one high into center field. This just doesn't quite have enough, though, unfortunately. Denzel Clark will make the catch pretty easily. Kind of a lazy fly ball out into center field. So that is 2 down. And it's just not a lot of power put into that swing by Judge. Kind of a lazy swing. Doesn't really get enough get enough into it, and hits it right into like the deep part of the park. And in the end, it results in a out. Got Schwarber 1 for 3 in the game. Looks at strike 1 on a slider in the zone. Barely clips kind of the edge of the zone. Yeah, Judge just kind of got under that a little bit, actually. Next pitch is a curveball up by Kyle Schwarber's head. Ducks away and nets just in a ball. So 1-1. So Schwarber does have the one hit so far. Will swing through a curveball here for strike number 2. So not the best showing from the heart of the order this inning. See if Schwarber can change that with swing here. He will. Nope, he's not able to hold up on a curveball in the dirt. Instead, that will result in a strikeout for Kyle Schwarber and the third out of the inning. So Team USA goes down in order, 1, 2, 3, after Canada puts up a 3 spot, and Canada is now right back up to bat here to start the bottom of the 7th, actually getting to the 7th inning stretch here. Team USA is definitely going to make a pitching change from the looks of things. It looked like they were showing someone in the bullpen, so I'm assuming they're making a pitching change. So stats wise, 5 runs, 8 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts for Team USA. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 home run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts for Team Canada. Do have the 1 error from Abraham Toro that netted 2 runs in the 3rd inning. That's looking to be real costly at the moment. Really only seen singles so far, outside of the Aaron Judge double and the Bo Naylor home run. So definitely going to be coming down to the wire here. I don't think one team's going to really pull away in these last couple innings. I think it's going to be pretty close down to the end. Could probably see, Mason Miller show up, the superstar closer for the Padres. Don't know. Let's see. Who else does the Team USA have in the bullpen? I want to scroll down for that. Let's see. Could see. I mean, I don't think they're going to do Paul Skeens or Tarek Skubal. Well, actually, Tarek Skubal, I don't think playing anymore. It's kind of annoying. Maybe Garrett Whitlock. Maybe Ryan Yarborough. Could see Clayton Kershaw. I doubt they'd go with Clayton Kershaw. Could also see David Bednar. Might see him. Yeah, decent chance we see Bednar and or Mason Miller at some point in the next couple innings. Ken Rosenthal is interviewing Logan Webb at the moment in the bullpen. Haven't seen who's going to be pitching for Team USA at the moment. Rosenthal is wearing, I think, a purple bow tie. Okay, good, nice adding there from Logan Webb. Really made things easy to start for Team USA, though their relievers right now have not been faring nearly as well. Who is up to pitch? David Bednar. So yeah, there he is, working against Eduardo Julian, who knocks first pitch out of play on a four-seam fastball. But yeah, the closer currently for the New York Yankees. Actually, I don't know if I think he's a closer. Definitely a relief pitcher, formerly of the Pittsburgh Pirates, now on the Yankees. So 0-1 here to Julian, who swings through a splitter for strike number 2. So quick 2 strikes here for David Bednar. So getting the flat pitch of the four-seam fastball and then the drop from the splitter. Next pitch is another splitter. That one is taken for ball 1 below the zone. Julian has one of only 2 walks for Team Canada at the moment. 0 for 1 otherwise. Only his 3rd at-bat of the night. Next pitch is grounded over past a diving, well, it kind of stopped a little by a diving Bryce Terang, but he isn't able to corral it, so that will be a single for Eduardo Julian. Terang was kind of able to get over and trap the ball enough, but he wasn't able to really pick it clean and try and make a play. Would have been a really tough play either way, just because his momentum's kind of carrying him and like being able to throw it, but it was actually more in his glove than I thought. So he probably could have made the play. In the end, though, this is a single for Eduardo Julian, and the order has turned back over to Otto Lopez, who is 1 for 3 on the night. Though his single came in the first inning on the first at-bat for Team Canada, so he has not hit since. Took a strike there on the first pitch, so it's 0-1 now for Otto Lopez. He will take strike 2 on a curveball in the zone. So back-to-back batters now for Bednar have gotten into an 0-2 hole. So 0-2 here for David Bednar against Otto Lopez. Lopez will ground this over to the shortstop. Witt will throw it over laser to first base. That will not be in time. Didn't really have a chance to get to second either. It was a really tough play for Bobby Witt because he was lucky to even like handle the ball, like get a glove on the ball. Like it was the very edge of his limit, and good play to even just get the ball on line over at Bryce Harper. But Otto Lopez has some speed and is able to beat out the throw. So back-to-back, like basically infield singles for Team Canada here to start the 7th against David Bednar on 0-2 counts also. I should add. Well, I guess the Julian one was not an 0-2 count, but on 2 strike counts, I should say. So Josh Naylor's now up. His brother's already homered in this game. Homer here from Josh Naylor, which I really hope does not happen, would actually give Team Canada the lead. This is actually a pass ball by Cal Raleigh. So that is going to get the runners advancing to second and third. Disaster inning right now for Team USA. So 1-0 count here from Bednar on the curveball. Just gets past Cal Raleigh. He just doesn't get a glove on it. Goes right through his legs. That's terrible. So 1-0 count, no outs. Bottom 7th, runners on second and third. Josh Naylor's up. David Bednar's pitching, only thrown 8 pitches right now. Next pitch is hit high and foul on the curveball, so 1-1. Really not a great showing from our bullpen at the moment, Team USA. Don't like that at all. Need these guys to lock in. It's not good. Next pitch here on the 1-1 is inside with a fastball, 2-1 to Josh Naylor. What happens when you trust a New York Yankee to try and be clutch? So 2-1 here to Josh Naylor. He will look at a curveball down for ball 3. So very favorable count here for Josh Naylor. First base is open, so the walk doesn't kill you, but it would load the bases with Tyler O'Neill up and no outs if that were to happen. So not a favorable position whatsoever for David Bednar here. Looks like we'll get time called by Naylor. 11 pitches for Bednar, giving up the 2 singles and a pass ball. That one you can really more count on Cal Raleigh because that was just poor catching there. 3-1 here to Josh Naylor. Righty on lefty. Naylor will swing and a miss on a splitter down. Good pitch there. Gets it to 3-2. Bednar the righty, Naylor the lefty. Really nice pitch there. Just gets Naylor swinging on the splitter. Naylor shaking his head. 3-2 here. Full count. No outs. Naylor will pop this one up high over towards third base. Bregman will make the out quite easily. So huge pop out there for David Bednar. Now we get to Tyler O'Neill. So 1 down, but the damage is still not over yet. Still have runners on second and third. So any ball past the infield will score at least 1 run, if not 2. O'Neill 1 for 3 on the night. Did get his single back in the first inning. He will knock the first pitch up and foul on a fastball. So 0-1 here. And again, O'Neill certainly has power to him. He just has not hit all that well so far in the World Baseball Classic. Hopefully that does not continue. I'd like to save his power for when he actually plays for the Orioles, not for Team Canada. So 0-1 here to O'Neill. He will swing through a fastball for strike number 2. So the 0-2 count here once again, but that has not been the best for David Bednar so far this inning. Hopefully that will change here. Feels really weird as an Orioles fan having to root for a Yankee pitcher against an Orioles hitter, but that's just what happens when you're watching the World Baseball Classic. It's like Bizarro World, essentially. So 0-2 count to Tyler O'Neill, bottom 7th, 1 out, men on 2nd and 3rd. 5-3 USA at the moment. This next pitch is a fastball high. Tyler O'Neill does not swing after it, so it is ball 1. Bednar through 16 pitches right now in this 7th inning. Very, very important at bat here. 1-2 here is swung on and missed by Tyler O'Neill. Strikeout number 1 for David Bednar. Out number 2 for David Bednar. So really nice bit of pitching there. O'Neill goes fishing on the curveball, actually. And just nice bit of pitching there from Bednar. And Owen Casey is now up 0-2 with a walk in this game. Lefty batter against the righty pitcher. Casey will see ball 1 on a splitter just below the zone. Casey's had a pretty good World Baseball Classic so far, but does not have a hit tonight. Hopefully that will remain the case. Next pitch is in the zone there on a curveball for strike 1. Once again, any ball past the infield will certainly score 1, probably 2. So really need to not let that happen, essentially. 1-1 pitch to Casey is swung on and missed on a fastball 96. Strike number 2. Nice work there from Bednar. Now in a favorable count for him. The crowd there in Houston is getting pretty loud. There's a lot of USA chants. Guy in a bald eagle mask, is like really large bald eagle mask as well. 1-2 pitch to Casey is probably very close. Ball on a fastball, just outside, really close on the zone, just basically right above the top right corner. Casey barely holds up. Really close pitch there. So 2-2 here to Owen Casey. 2 outs. He will flip this one on a curveball and foul. So we go again. Walked in the 6th inning. Went 0-2 before that. So this is kind of almost a game decider here in a sense. Like this could really swing the pendulum either way depending on how this goes. Pitch from Bednar is popped foul behind home plate on the fastball. So once again, we do the 2-2 dance over. 23 pitches now for Bednar. It's thrown a bit of everything to Casey so far between his fastball, splitter, and curveball. Pitch is grounded by Casey and foul on the splitter. So Casey is sticking in and battling. Bednar is pacing around the mound. Looks like he gets the call now. Once again, 2-2, 2 outs, bottom 7th. Canada down by 2 with 2 runners on. Next pitch is inside for ball 3 on the curveball. So full count. Really, really huge at bat here for Owen Casey, in the sense of he's doing a good job battling. And Bednar is also not doing a bad job either, just putting pitches that are close enough. But he just hasn't been able to put Casey away yet. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Bednar gets out of the inning. Great work there from Bednar. Clutches up. So in the end, the proves me wrong. Can't actually trust a Yankee for once. Huge there. Huge strikeout for David Bednar. Negates the 2 runners that he allowed initially. And in the end, allows a solid 0 runs. So we go to the 8th. With USA still leading 5-3. We'll have Bregman, Anthony, Raleigh up. Believe is going to be the order. And could really use a run here. Like, I'll just take 1 at this point. I'm okay with just 1 run. Just need a little bit of breathing room. I'll say that. Because as much as the 2-run lead is nice, I liked it more when it was 5-0. I'll just say that. I liked it a lot more when it was 5-0. Any more news? Nope. No news at the moment. They say no news is good news, but as an NFL fan, I like seeing news when it's the off season. I need to know who's signing where. But I guess free agency was like all the action kind of happened earlier in the week. I feel like it's been like 12 days since that like free agency started on Monday, but it's only Friday right now. My sense of time is very off. Get an ad for MLB The Show 2026, and it does not look very good graphic wise. Not gonna lie. I actually haven't played too many MLB The Shows, but it doesn't look great for 2026 graphical standards. So yeah, 5-3 going to the 8th inning. Let's see. My guess is Canada's going to turn to a new pitcher. Bednar's getting a lot of high fives in the dugout. No surprise there. Yeah, so very good job there from Bednar to get out of that jam. I think we're getting a new pitcher here for Canada. Matt Wilkinson is the new pitcher. Where, let's see. Guardians minor leaguer at the moment. Throws first pitch strike to Alex Bregman, who is 1 for 3. Tenth round pick by the Guardians in the 2023 draft. Throws a fastball up and in. Bregman does not swing. Just 23 years old right now, going up against Bregman. 1-1. Lefty Wilkinson against the righty Bregman. Bregman will look at ball 2 on a changeup just outside. So 2-1 to Bregman. Wilkinson, the minor leaguer, throws next pitch on changeup outside again. So 3-1. Favorable count here for Bregman. So the Cleveland Guardian minor leaguer versus the current Chicago Cub. Kind of Midwest matchup. Bregman will knock this one high and out of play on a fastball. For foul ball, strike 2. So full count for Alex Bregman. Roman Anthony is up on deck. The 3-2 pitch is knocked high in the air on the slider, and that will also get out of play. Looks like the ball eventually found its way back into the field after it might have actually hit the roof. It was skied directly up into the air. Wilkinson against Bregman, full count here. Top of the 8th, no outs. Pitch is another foul ball, so we'll go once more. A lot of fastballs like around the edges of the zone. Bregman's getting some contact on them at least. So we go again. 3-2 pitch is knocked high up directly into the air, into the infield. Who's got it? We got a whole lot of guys in the infield. We actually got a bit of stumbling, but it's all good in the end for Team Canada. Eduardo Julian, the second baseman, makes the out there for out number 1. That was launched a mile high by Bregman. Roman Anthony now up. So the former Boston Red Sox now to the current Boston Red Sox. Lefty here. Anthony will look at strike 1 on a slider in there on kind of the outside edge of the zone. Or outside third of the zone, I'd say. It was not on the edge. So 5-3, 0-1 count, 1 out, top of the 8th for Roman Anthony here, who will look at ball 1 on a fastball high and inside. A little bit inside. Definitely high. Definitely a ball. So 1-1. Anthony is pretty tall. I didn't realize how tall Roman Anthony is, but he looks pretty tall standing there in the batter's box. Next pitch is a fastball just clipped the top of the zone for strike 2. Wilkinson through 11 pitches right now. Has the 1 out and has Anthony down in the count at the moment. Anthony takes a little bit of time. Roman Anthony certainly showed power in the World Baseball Classic, but is 1 for 3 right now today. We'll knock this one high up over into left field. This will almost certainly be an out here if it stays fair. Yes, it does. So that is out number 2, caught there by Owen Casey. So 2 outs here for Wilkinson in the top of the 8th. Cal Raleigh's up to bat, still looking for his first hit. Nearly had a home run his last time out, but just barely missed. Like it just barely hooked foul. Does have a walk in this game and did score a run off of that walk. So, you know, you'd like to see a hit here from the big man. So Raleigh switched over to righty. We'll look at ball 1 on a slider low. I'd even take, you know, just a single or a double from Raleigh. Just get something for him. Get him going. Get him working. Next pitch is swung on and missed on a fastball high. 1-1. Raleigh will take his time. Wilkinson staring him down. Got a little bit of facial hair to him. Doesn't have quite the same mustache that I think, who was that? I think it was Mako had the mustache. Maybe it was, I don't know. All right, next pitch, the 1-1, foul, knocked high up, and yeah, that will be foul on the fastball. So 1-2 here for Cal Raleigh. So Wilkinson, again, minor league pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians. It's 1 strike away from getting through a scoreless 8th inning. But he's got to get through Cal Raleigh. And he does. Raleigh swings and misses on another fastball high. Wilkinson is absolutely fired up after that. And honestly, he should be. So the minor league pitchers for Canada in Micah Ashman and Wilkinson putting in work right now. Wilkinson. And even Adam Mako, who is minor leaguer for the Blue Jays, like he did give up the 2 hits that scored runs, but those runs wind up getting charged to Philippe Almont instead. And after that, Mako is doing pretty well. So apparently the way to go is to throw in minor league pitchers for the World Baseball Classic this game, because those are the best guys for it. I don't know why. But yeah, it's another bit disappointing from Team USA offensively. Kind of been shut down a little bit past couple innings, but yeah, it's only needed 6 more outs. Still have that 2-run lead at the moment. But now we're getting kind of towards that order of the guys that scored last time around. We have Toro, Black, and Naylor. Naylor, who had that home run back in the 6th inning. So don't go anywhere, folks. This game is in no way over. So I think after this, it will be Bryce Terang, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Bobby Witt Jr. for Team USA. Doubt they go with a pinch hitter, or they like sub in someone. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. That will obviously come in the 9th inning. So looks like we're not going to see Cal Raleigh's first hit in the World Baseball Classic until hopefully next game against the Dominican Republic, if USA can hold on to win. And I really hope they do, because don't want to lose to Canada. Can't lose to Canada in baseball. That's just travesty. So my guess is they're probably not going to throw David Bednar out for another inning. Could see Mason Miller here. Byron Buxton's in at center. I think Roman Anthony has been subbed out. Pico Armstrong has moved over to left. Byron Buxton in at center. Probably more for defensive purposes. Gavin Whitlock here is now pitching for Garrett Whitlock, not Gavin Whitlock. Garrett Whitlock, current Boston Red Sox. It's thrown strike 1 to Abraham Toro. Now ball 1 to Abraham Toro. So 1-1 here to Abraham Toro, who is 1 for 3. Garrett Whitlock throws next pitch and is knocked by Toro over into right field. That will be caught by Aaron Judge on the line for out number 1. Just hung up there a bit too long for Toro on the good contact, and the line out to Judge. He does not drop it like he did in the World Series a couple years ago against the Dodgers. That was very, very similar play to what the infamous drop that he had in Game 5 against the Dodgers. But he was looking at the ball this time, didn't take his eyes off it, caught it. We're good. No errors this time. Pitch number 1 to Tyler Black is a ball just outside of the zone on the bottom left corner. Whitlock the righty versus Black the lefty. Next pitch is swung on and missed on a 95-mile-per-hour sinker. That's crazy that he's throwing that high for a sinker. So 1-1 here for Whitlock. Just a lot of heat here from Whitlock. Not backing down whatsoever. 1-1 pitch to Tyler Black is popped up in the air. Will that stay fair? Don't think it will. All right, out of play, so just a foul ball. 1-2. Black did have that RBI single back in the 6th. So you got Black and Naylor are the run scorers here for Canada, back to back. Though Whitlock is 1 strike away from getting rid of Tyler Black here. The 1-2 here is knocked out of play on a sinker. So we go again at 1-2. So Black took his time there. Now the pitch is swung on and missed. Nice changeup there, down in the dirt. Black goes fishing, and that is out number 2 very quickly here on 8 pitches for Garrett Whitlock. Great bit of work there. Now we get to Bo Naylor, who of course has a home run, but even if he does hit another home run here, that will not tie the game. It will only bring Canada 2 within 1, but hopefully Bo Naylor just gets out instead. That is the plan. I'm pretty sure. First pitch is a changeup just below the zone. Naylor does not go around, so it is ball 1. Naylor 2 for 3, single, and that 2-run home run. It's a pretty dangerous hitter right now for Team Canada. He will knock this one over, caught on a line by Bryce Terang on a leaping catch for out number 3. Garrett Whitlock with a nice shutdown inning right there to move this game into the 9th. Team USA still leading 5-3. I'm assuming we're going to see Mason Miller in the 9th, unless the US scores like 10 runs or even like 5 runs maybe, where it's probably going to be a Mason Miller close, given he's absurd. Like he's legitimately one of the best closers in baseball right now. So there's no reason not to turn to him in an elimination game where you kind of need that sort of gas to end it. So yeah, we'll see Bryce Terang, who actually just made that nice catch. Then Pico Armstrong, who has now moved into left field. and Bobby Witt Jr. for the trio up. If they do not go down, then we would then see Bryce Harper, then Aaron Judge, then Kyle Schwarber, then Bregman, then Byron Buxton, and then Cal Raleigh to round it out. But unless the U.S. completely turns things around offensively, I guess we're probably not going to see Buxton or Cal Raleigh, but who knows? It'd be cool if we did. I'd like a run. Just one would be nice. Give it a little bit more of a cushion, but in the end, it's they still have the lead, and I'm pretty confident because I'm assuming they have Mason Miller going in for the close. I'm pretty confident right now, but again, I wouldn't mind some more runs essentially. Any more news right now? Nope, no news there. Nothing on the football front at the moment. I'm very curious to see how this top 5, top 10 of the NFL draft is going to go, because there's a lot of players that are projected to be high, and there's a lot of interesting landing spots. I think I right now I have in my mind Jeremiah Love going to the Titans at 4, but I don't know for sure how that's going to go. It's don't know with this Caleb Downs degenerative knee thing that's rumor been spread around. Don't know if that's gonna cause him to fall. Don't know if this Ruben Bain small arms or whatever, if that's gonna make him fall. All right, back for top of the ninth. Wilkinson is still pitching here. Matt Wilkinson against Bryce Terang, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. But yeah, outside I think Fernando Mendoza going number 1 overall. I have no idea how this draft is going to go. So 1-0 against Terang is now a 2-0 count after a fastball misses high. So the lefty Wilkinson pitching to the lefty Terang. 2-0 count here, top of the ninth. Terang will look at ball 3 on a slider just outside. So Wilkinson not off to the great start here to start the ninth after a really good 8th inning. My guess is Terang will not be swinging here on 3-0. That is the case, and that fastball will clip the zone for strike number 1. Terang, who hit .288 with 18 home runs in 2025. Certainly elevating his game. On the 3-1 count here, we'll look at a fastball high, and that will be ball number 4. So leadoff walk for Bryce Terang will bring up Peker Armstrong, and U.S. is in a favorable spot here to start the 9th inning. PCA has 2 hits already on the night. Also 2 singles with an RBI. Lots of singles for Team USA. Wouldn't mind another one here, to be honest. First pitch is knocked right past Wilkinson over to second base. That will get the out at second and the out at first. So double play, grounded by Peker Armstrong. Great play there by Otto Lopez to field it and throw it over to first. So rough there for Team USA after a favorable start. Turns into a chopped double play. Just gets by Wilkinson. He almost fielded himself. Instead, Otto Lopez was shaded well over to the second base side at a shortstop position. Makes a good play there for the double play. Bobby Witt now is potentially the final batter of Team USA. That was also took a really weird bounce off of the for that double play ball. Very weird bounce there. So 1-0 here to Bobby Witt. We'll look at a fastball outside for ball number 2. So the last chance here for Team USA to score some runs, unless we go to overtime. Or I guess extra innings. Overtime for a different sport. 2-0 to Bobby Witt. We'll look at a fastball outside for ball 3. So another 3-0 count here for Team USA here in the 9th inning. Once again, I don't think we see Bobby Witt swing here on 3-0. And he will not. And that will just barely clip the outside of the zone really close to being ball 4. Instead, it is strike 1. Witt was thinking for a sec that it was ball 4. Still, 3-1 count. Had Terang walked on this count 2 batters ago. Bryce Harper's on deck. 3-1 to Bobby Witt, and there's a walk. So basically, the same exact thing that happened with Bryce Terang has happened with Bobby Witt Jr. I wonder if he can try and steal, because you wouldn't mind a run here, or a guy on second, I should say. Bryce Harper's up, over 4 with a fielder's choice, or reach on a fielder's choice. Would like a hit from Bryce Harper, get something going from him, because he's hitting 150 right now. Would like him to do something. We'll see ball 1 on a fastball outside. Aaron Judge on deck, so if Bryce Harper reaches, we will see the captain once more. Next pitch is outside on a changeup for ball 2. So Wilkinson's losing the strike zone a little bit here, but has had some good defense behind him. The 2-0 pitch here to Harper, left on left, is changeup outside for ball 3. So Wilkinson really struggling to find the zone at the moment. Up to 30 pitches now for the minor leaguer. Matt Wilkinson, Bryce Harper, 3-0 pitch is ball. Ooh, wow. That's... Bryce Harper is starting to argue with the umpire, and I don't blame him. That was not a good call. That fastball was a good, inch or 2 above the zone, and it was called a strike. So 3-1 count here. And remember, Bryce Harper got called out on a pretty bad strike call last time he was up. So 3-1 count here for Bryce Harper. Still a favorable count here for him. He will swing through a fastball that would have been ball 4 for strike 2. That one was nowhere close to the zone either, so unfortunate there. 3-2 count here. Again, if Harper were to reach, we'd see Aaron Judge up next. If not, we would go to the bottom of the 9th. Runner on first. 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strikeout for Wilkinson. Gets through the inning with no runs scored again. So 2 0-run innings for Matt Wilkinson. He is fired up. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Team USA still leading 5-3. Ugh. Double play, and it should have been a walk. Instead, winds up in a strikeout. But again, Harper's swinging at pitches that are above the zone twice in a row. Not great there. Don't know why we didn't bring in Matt Olson for first base. Not gonna lie, because Matt Olson's better at this point in their careers. But it is what it is. I don't know who else they would go for if it isn't going to be Mason Miller to close out this game, but gotta really hope that USA does not choke this. That would be rough. It would be really, really rough. I want it to be 2027 so I can play Pokemon Winds and Waves, because that looks really fun. Also, I want to know when Astartes 2 comes out. When does that come out? Because that got announced for 2026, and we've not heard anything since. And it got announced in December of 2024. It was crazy. And I want more Astartes content, because it's really good. But oh well. I still have to wait. It is, in fact, Mason Miller who is going to be closing this game. No surprise there. The current San Diego Padre, former, I guess he would have been in Oakland at that point. just former Athletic. Just go with that. Yeah, one of, if not the best closer in baseball at the moment. No surprise they turned to him. Already seen him in the Brazil game. Don't know if he pitched in any other game in the WBC, but yeah, if you want a guy to try and close the game, not a bad guy to turn to. So Jared Young, the pinch hitter for Denzel Clark, will lead this off. He will swing through a fastball at 101 for strike one. It's not much you can do there. Current, let's see. Pitch number 2 is a slider that just clips the zone for strike number 2. Jared Young currently on the New York Mets. Been there for the past, since 2025. So 0-2 count here for Mason Miller working against Jared Young. Righty pitcher, lefty hitter. Young will barely make contact with the slider and stay alive on the foul ball. Still 0-2. Young 1 for 5 so far in the WBC. Does not have a home run or an RBI. So 0-2 count here still for Mason Miller working against Jared Young. Next pitch is a fastball that is way high for ball 1. Gets away from Mason Miller there. After that will be Eduardo Julian and Otto Lopez, the 9-1 hitters. So 8-9-1 here for the batting order. Canada needs 2 runs to tie, 3 to win. Get Kyle Raleigh running up to chat with Mason Miller here real quick. Former AL West rivals, now just West Coast players, because Miller's on the NL West now compared to Oakland, where he was AL West. Raleigh's in Seattle, which is AL West. So 1-2 count here to Young is a slider that is way outside for ball 2. A pretty close game here still. 2-2 count from Miller. He shakes off one pitch, then decides, looks, sets, delivers, and it is held on a slider. 3-2 count here. Good patience, good eye there by Jared Young to just barely hold up on a slider that just misses low as well. Really good pitch there from Mason Miller. And Jared Young barely holds on. Next pitch is a fastball that is fouled off at 102 by Young in the middle of the zone. So 8th pitch here for Mason Miller against Jared Young. Was in an 0-2 count earlier, now in a 3-2 count. So good work there from Young to work this pitch count up. And strike 3 called inside. Probably was a ball, but USA actually gets a benefit of the doubt call here after a couple goes against Bryce Harper. So bit of payback there. So out number 1, 2 outs to go for Team USA here in the bottom of the 9th. Good fastball there, framed well by Cal Raleigh. Just barely on the inside, probably. Yeah, it was definitely a little bit on the inside. Maybe clip the zone, but I certainly won't complain. Eduardo Julian takes ball 1 on a slider just outside. So 1-0 count here to Julian, the second baseman. There's strike 1 on a slider in the zone. No swing there from Julian. Julian 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. So his 4th at bat here. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball at 102 up at the top of the zone. 1-2 count. So the 1-0-2 fastball to the 1 for 2 hitter now makes it a 1-2 count. I always love just doing those little number things for baseball. I don't know. It's just fun. Yeah, the lefty hitter, righty pitcher, 1-2 count here. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Pitch is fouled off on fastball, out of play over on the left side, over by the third base dugout, essentially. So we go again at the 1-2 count. Mason Miller working against Eduardo Julian. Pitch is swung on and missed. No, never mind. It was foul tip. I thought it was. So foul tip. Go again. 1-2. Guess he just got a piece of it. Cal Raleigh couldn't either hold on or just kind of bounce down. Get a look at the Naylor brothers in the dugout. Bo and Josh. Josh Naylor could potentially be seen if things go wrong. 1-2 pitch is outside on the fastball for ball 2. After this, Otto Lopez is on deck. If Otto Lopez were to reach base, then we would see Josh Naylor, but hopefully we don't for fans of Team USA. 2-2 pitch is strike 3, down to the bottom of the zone, 1-0-2. No swing there from Eduardo Julian. Just looks at the ball at his knees. Great pitch there from Mason Miller. No doubt about it. 2 down, 1 left to go. Otto Lopez, who has 2 hits in the game. Great pitch there from Mason Miller, basically bottom left corner of the strike zone. I don't know how you can hit a 1-0-2. Like, it's crazy. Pitch to Lopez is strike 1 right down the middle of the fastball. Lopez, the righty, working against Miller, the righty. Lopez will take his time. Team USA pitching has started to buckle down here a little bit in these last couple innings. After a little bit of a scare early on, or kind of in the middle of the game, I should say. So 0-1 pitch to Otto Lopez is knocked foul with a fastball. USA is 1 strike away from advancing. Lopez 2 for 4 in the game with 2 singles. Is now down to his last strike, and Canada is hanging by a thread. Mason Miller is in full control at the moment with the 0-2 count. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3 on the slider. That will end it. Team USA advances 5-3. Canada's out. USA will face the Dominican Republic in just a few days. So it wasn't exactly the prettiest game in the world. But in the end, Team USA salutes the victory out in center field between the outfielders. And they will move on playing Sunday with Oscar Sunday, actually. So you can dual screen the Oscars and the USA, hopefully kicking the Dominican Republic's butt, but who knows. Yeah, either way, victory there for Team United States of America sends Canada packing. All right, I think that is going to do it for this little stream here. I don't really have anything planned for after that, but yeah, I can go recap. Is that 3 spot in the 6 made things a little scary, but we get it in the end. Bo Naylor had that home run, but you get ribbies from Schwarber, Bregman, Terang, Armstrong. Nice work overall. And yeah, would like a couple more hits. Basically all singles in this one, but yeah, still overall pretty nice. Great pitching from Logan Webb, from Garrett Whitlock, Mason Miller. Even Dave Bednar gave him a couple hits, but still pretty good pitching overall. Credit to Team Canada as well. They played a good game. Just in the end, their offense just took too long to get started, and in the end, it was Team USA who emerges victorious. So yeah, that will do it for this here stream. I will. Let's see. I'm probably gonna just do the finals for whoever's playing in the finals, because I'm going to be doing other stuff on Sunday, so I'll be able to stream the USA Dominican Republic game. But yeah, so I think next Tuesday, the 17th, is going to be whoever is playing in the finals. I'll probably stream that one. So yeah, tune in for that next time, and then after that, tune in again for my playthrough through Super Metroid, my blind playthrough for that on Thursdays. And then I might actually do, since there's going to be no baseball next Friday, I think, unless there's spring training, but I don't think I'm going to stream a spring training game. I might actually stream a FTL Multiverse run next Friday. I might just do that for fun. but yeah, that will do it. As I do my outro for like the 4th time now. Yeah, so feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Do anything like that really helps out the channel. Keep tuning into the streams. I'll try and announce them a bit more in advance, but really just expect streams normally on Thursdays and Fridays at the moment. I think that's gonna be my usual schedule. And yeah, that will be everything. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching.